wonder if that's why that one's there. That's so good.
Have you seen those TikToks where
Maybe where you take it and you go, this belongs in a museum. And
Yeah, who knew that Indiana Jones was actually a villain who was just committing theft.
he breaks into one museum and steals something. They're like, you can't take that. And he goes, this belongs in a museum. It's in a museum. Get out of here.
Do you know where you are?
Sure.
So if this trend continues, maybe we need to get, just like we have a mispronunciation counter, maybe we should get a Mets hit by pitch counter.
I mean, honestly, Buck Showalter was like, this is just getting ridiculous. And it is. It's getting really ridiculous. Stop it. Stop it. Rob Manfred, do something. Stop being a little butt. Stop being a double money hole. I hate him.
I think Bear found the bleep button.
It's those long nails.
And this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News.
Look at that hat. Oh yeah, that thing is beautiful.
Does the blue match? Blue looks pretty good on the blue.
Yeah, I think it's a good fit. So
good.
Maybe I'll just gift you that hat.
But you need it.
You can wear it all the time.
But it's yours. It's molded to your head.
It's definitely molded.
Literally.
Gross.
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait.
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning! Gamer, welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show, and this is the Tuesday edition, May 3rd, 2022. Thanks for being along with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or gamingmorningshow.tv. We have a total of 3 hours planned for you on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. It should be a lot of fun. Please hang out with us. Birthday's coming up at 6:50 a.m. Pacific time today. And then we'll also have the news, the Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming news. That's coming up at 6:25 this morning. List of the day, sports, and a whole lot more. Also, we have a guest to tell you about. We'll have that coming up in just a bit as well. We're going to ask you about pet peeves today. What really grinds your gears? That's going to be our topic of the day. We have a whole bunch of days of the day, and Mike's going to tell us about a Garthquake. So it's on the way.
Girthquake. That sounds awful. Never mind.
That sounds different than...
Yeah, we're not... La, 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 la.
I see you got the pomade that I dropped off. The swoop looks better.
Very effective.
Yeah. It's a good product.
Yeah. You basically just throw... I think it was like you said, like a millimeter on the fingertips.
Yeah, like a dime size. Yeah, just a little bit.
And then you push that through the front. I call them the bangs because I'm a hair expert. And then all of a sudden it just goes poof.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
It seems to. It's also incredibly colorful.
Yeah, it's slightly tinted.
You know what also it is? It's apparently incredibly slick. If my headphones stay on for the duration of this show, it'll be a miracle. I apparently move my head rapidly during the course of the show. We are a morning radio show that plays
small
games,
moves.
so there's a good chance you may have no clue what's happening right now. I'm wearing a wig. I mean, my hair. Whoops. My hair has just gotten out of control and turned pink and purple and blue. I got to get my roots done.
No, it's the look.
Okay.
That's the look now.
That's
Yeah,
where the
no,
pomade goes.
totally.
It's the landing zone.
Yeah. The landing strip. Wait,
That's the different type of
that's different.
haircut.
That's not. Nope.
Yikes. Meanwhile, you're wearing a backwards red cap this morning. It looks like a generic cap that you just like pick up at the store.
Yeah, it does. But this is one of my favorite hats. This is my USC baseball hat.
Mm-hmm.
Not representing the football team today. Representing the baseball team.
Gotcha. Just in case I knew.
It's also a baseball cap, but like the hat is for baseball.
Only the baseball team. Anyone else at USC direct. That's
Only, yeah. Everyone else can sod off.
We're doing this because last week, whoops, you were not the top person on my list of people to invite to Rocket League. So if we get Jubbly in here, well, then we'll have 4 wide. Anyway, point being, we're doing this because you helped us raise over $500 for the Trevor Project. You can find out more about the Trevor Project at thetrevorproject.org. So the bet or the deal or the incentive or the pact that we made was Mike wouldn't shave his head, which is the paramount thing. Like everything else that we're doing, as long as Mike didn't shave his head, we're in good shape.
No, still there. My head is right here. I didn't cut it off.
It's a good-looking hat, by the way.
See, there you go. There's the...
I'm scared every time.
There's the proof. Okay, it's in the pudding.
You put pudding in there?
Sure, that's how I make it look so good.
That's smart.
I didn't want to tell the secret, but that's the secret.
Can't figure out how to drink my coffee. There's hair everywhere. I kind of look like Dave Grohl, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, a little bit.
If I squint and then look away from the monitor, yep, just like it. Look at that.
What if
crazy.
I said I was a pretender? What if I said I was not like the others?
I think Downs is closer. You look like Romance's mom. So, yeah. Can you roll your R, please?
Romance.
Oh God.
So guttural.
That T roll was great. Oh man.
I needed to frame my face a little bit more.
You should have asked Bree to help you this morning.
Who?
Like, hefty wife, can you like fix my hair?
Can
you clip it back
curl-
for me?
Can you curl these so they sit back a little bit?
I have one philosophy in life, and that is to make sure Hefty Wife has absolutely no clue what's happening out here at all times. So, it's why Hefty Wife doesn't watch the show.
It's probably better that way.
Coming up, we will have the Garth Brooks Tiger Stadium concert small earthquake story. That's going to be when we check in with Look It's Myco at this hour. It is good to see Tal this morning. Scott Chick is here as well. I am JF Downs. Kate Zaid has checked in, packing up to head to the airport, but did not want to be awake when Kate Zaid started the show. Was first today in our chat at 5:12.
First.
Sheesh.
Could you imagine getting up at 5:12 and heading to the airport, Sean?
I'd never do it.
Yeah.
Never.
That'd be ridiculous.
I got up at 5:12 this morning. Then I went back to sleep. But I got up.
Prototype is here this morning. So is Cameron. Good morning. We are a morning radio show that plays games. And today is Write a Review Day. This is a perfect day for Myco today.
No, today's not the right day for a review day.
It doesn't have to be a positive review. All feedback is good feedback.
Uh-huh. But angry feedback is good feedback.
Well,
I have to let it settle.
I'm sure that
everything settle.
you've settled down just a touch, right?
So settled.
It's National
good.
Teacher
I'm
Day. We
feeling
could
great.
celebrate your wife instead.
We can. So yesterday was cold Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Today are chocolate chip cookies. Though hot or cold, she's gonna win that one. So
Nice.
yeah.
At our kids' elementary school, it's also Teacher Appreciation Week, and I think today they're restocking the fridge in the teachers' lounge with quote healthy snacks, and then tomorrow they're bringing donuts. It's like, those kind of balance each other out, I guess.
Well, also, but they don't though, because what teachers like? You know what I really, really want? A granola bar. You know, like no, teachers like, dude, appreciate me. Give me ooey gooey chocolate chip things. You know.
I like
I
it
want-
gooey.
Here's some granola and some Greek yogurt. What? Give me a cheeseburger.
It's Poem on Your
ridiculous.
Pillow Day.
What?
Poem.
Does that mean I have to write a poem on my wife's pillow?
It doesn't have to be on your wife's pillow. It could be on your pillow.
Oh, should he Sharpie?
Yeah. It's National Garden Meditation Day, National Two
Need some
Different
of that.
Colored Shoes Day, World Asthma Day, National Paranormal Day, National Foster Care Day, National Textiles Day, National Montana Day, and National Chocolate Custard Day.
Love some good textiles.
I like a
I
good
hate when people don't textile me back.
They leave you on red.
Or yellow. I don't know, whatever.
Why don't we ever call tile people anymore? Just gotta text.
It's easier. You can see it anytime, you know. With text on your phone, you can text people anytime.
Don't text a bagel though. Doesn't make any sense.
If you ever try to text a bagel, notorious for not returning text. Notorious.
It's very frustrating. You have Scott Chick asking, why is the rug lumpy? And so this is the question of the day, because
Why
today
not?
is also National Lumpy Rug Day. So we're asking you today, what is something small that grinds your gears? What's a pet peeve of yours? And the reason we ask you this is because I can't stand when a rug gets to the point where it impedes the ability to shut a door. So somebody will put a rug like in front of the back door or something like that and be like, hey, this is helpful to wipe people's feet off and stuff like that. And then you go to shut the damn door and the rug gets in the way. And so that's what I consider a lumpy rug in this instance. Drives me absolutely nuts.
It happens with my dogs at the front door. The girls play with them and the dogs like run to it and it slides. And then it gets like right up against the front door and you can't open the front door. So super annoying.
Ridiculous. Otherwise, like a lumpy rug, like walking on a rug that's slightly lumpy, like I'm fine with that. It's not going to bother me too much. But when it impedes, like, or like when a vacuum gets caught in it, drives me absolutely bonkers.
just don't vacuum. And it'll be fine.
Well, you're supposed to vacuum rugs, otherwise they get really gross, like this wig.
No. You put them in the freezer. That's how it works.
The wig or the rug?
Yep. All of it. the rig rug? No. Wig rug. Yeah. That's what I meant.
We are wearing a wig today because we raised over $500 for the Trevor Project. So thank you for the compliment, Cameron. I think it looks amazing.
It's pretty nice.
Plus, it's got some of my favorite colors in it, too. Yesterday, we had to play Switch Sports, which is the new Wii Sports game for Switch. And so everyone had to pick their favorite Joy-Cons because I can't use my wonderful and expertly made Animal Crossing Pro controller because you have to use a Joy-Con for it. And
You totally just stole my goal.
I sure did.
It's okay though, 'cause I need like 40 assists, so I'm good at it.
Yeah, nice little extra little tap. That's what made
I'm
the
on the
difference
Sean
right there.
grind right now.
It's a lifestyle.
And so everyone had to pick their favorite Joy-Con color. So I got my purple Joy-Con. I didn't have to fight anyone for it, which was good.
That's good. How do you feel about the game?
I like the volleyball game a lot. Because that's new.
Nice save.
I think I tore something in my shoulder. I bought it on Friday and we had like a family fun night and we played it and we played like a lot of tennis and a lot of volleyball. And afterwards, I was like, my arm is killing me. My wife was like, you could probably like swing less hard. And I was like, I can't. It's just like you guys got it all
Simulation game.
100%. Like if you don't, you're in trouble. Man.
There's only one way to play Wii Sports, and that's all out.
Yeah.
By the way, I have called it Wii Sports 4 out of every 5 times I've referenced that game.
Yep.
It's so hard to
You
say
would've,
Switch
you know.
Sports. You're programmed for one thing. You can't change it.
Yeah.
All right, so what is something that grinds your gears?
Someone calls it Wii Sports.
Ever since Switch Sports came out, I can't stand it when someone calls it Wii Sports.
Well, it's 3 days. Driving me crazy. Did anyone want to hit the ball? Like that was out there for a while. This is not a good day for me to answer this question because the answer is like literally everything.
But what's like the small annoying thing? Like the thing that actually doesn't matter but actually annoys you? Because, for example, a lumpy rug being underneath my damn door doesn't matter. Drives me absolutely bonkers.
Blinkers. Blinkers drive me. When people don't put their blinkers on, like it drives me insane. Like my kids now, when someone doesn't put a blinker on, they'll be like, "Come on, bro." I'm like,
Where'd they hear that before?
probably Megan. Its wife was definitely it wasn't me. I don't know. But yeah, so oh man, just put your blinker. I'll yell at Licket's wife and be like, we just turned. And she's like, okay. I didn't hear a blinker. That's why I was following you today, and I didn't see a blinker one time. But there's no one on the road. I don't care. I was behind you.
I learned in California, or I was reminded in California, just how much blinkers are not used.
Oh yeah. It's a universal thing at this point. It's just, or when someone puts on their blinker like halfway through a turn, like they're turning left and then they put their blinker on just in case you didn't notice like me going left.
Right.
What?
And it's not a signal. It's actually part of the turning.
Yeah.
And how come nobody
Pretty solid shutout.
sticks their arm out the window anymore? You know what I mean?
Say again?
Manual blinkers.
Oh.
I miss those days.
Do you?
Just kidding. I can barely do that with a bike. It is great to see you. Thank you for being here. Tal gives us in a Rocky Balboa voice. Yo, I didn't hear no blinker.
I'm gonna have to do that to look into my phone now. Whenever I hear that, whenever I see her, that's caller. Yo, I didn't see no blinker. She's like, shut up. Thanks.
It's 6:24 West Coast time. It's 9:24 out east. It is 2:24 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here on this morning radio show that plays games, and thank you for sharing some of your pet peeves. Scott Chick says my pet peeve is when the store has no nuggies or battered chicken alternatives. I'm not salty.
None? Wow. I mean, I know they didn't have nuggies, but battered chicken alternatives is a shock they don't have any of.
Why was there a run on chicken products today?
Supply chain?
Could be.
Blockchain?
I think there is a chicken shortage because the chickens are everywhere. There was just some news. The owner of the Jazz, or one of the teams, owns like a chicken company, and they had to put 5 million chickens down because they had the bird flu, and they didn't want it to spread and be a huge issue. So maybe that's the problem. Thanks, chicken Utah guy. Thanks, chickens. You should have been wearing your masks.
Masks over their beaks.
Little beaks.
Beak protectors.
All I think of is Hey from Moana wearing a mask.
Tomorrow, we're going to be joined at 7:25 in the morning by Colette Bennett, who's a senior reporter for The Street. Sean's been talking a lot in the morning gaming news about all these acquisitions, and Square Enix was the latest one that's now being looked at. You had Ubisoft being looked at by private equity, and even like the Netflix entry into the gamer sphere. So we'll talk to Colette about the buying spree in video games continuing. That's coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. If you'd be so kind as to join us. The person who's joining us now is a mascot. It's behind the window. And that person's name is Bear Bear. We wonder where you've been all the show, and now it's time to let us know. Bear Bear, Bear Bear. It's time.
So close.
That was going so good, and then
I was holding my breath.
I have the yips.
It's not that we're mad. We're disappointed.
Just disappointed. Kate Zaid said, I was the first one to order at this restaurant. 5 people have their food already, and I'm hungry.
Do you need us to call the restaurant?
They probably did the online ordering, Kate. That's the secret.
Yeah. Just tell them to take your food and
Put it on a pancake.
that solves everything.
I don't know if that'll fix it.
Maybe they're out of plates. They need pancakes. It's good. It's a good in real time pet peeve from Kate Zaid. I would be angry as well. Hey, should we get the news? Yeah, let's get the news.
Yep.
Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. So we've talked a lot about Elden Ring and how it's like the easiest game ever because like you can beat the whole game in less than 10 minutes. So clearly it's like a game made for like toddlers or something, right? Well, now someone has hacked the Fisher-Price baby controller and modded it to be able to play Elden Ring on PC, confirming that this is a baby game, apparently. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. That's right, the little toy for infants, which is a Fisher-Price controller. You can now play that on your PC to play Elden Ring. There you go. So just go pick up a Laugh and Learn, Game and Learn controller, and I'm sure it's easy to mod it to play it on your PC.
Does it have back buttons?
Nope. I don't even think it has like shoulder buttons.
You know, until someone mods like an NES controller, I don't even care.
That would be the next step, right?
God, come on, let's go modders.
Yeah, and there are videos. I believe the main video is linked in the story we provided. You should go watch it because, as Tal said, they kept the sounds from the controller. And so you're sitting there playing this very serious, very difficult game, and the controller's just making cute little sounds.
Aw, it's adorable.
It's fantastic. This is a good story for sure.
By the way, I learned something. I didn't realize they were called shoulder buttons. No, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, absolutely. I used to call them like triggers or bumpers, but
RB, right bumper.
The generic term for the button is shoulder buttons. The ones that are more like triggers are triggers, and the ones that are more like buttons are bumpers. But they're collectively called shoulder buttons. I love because they're on the shoulder of the controller.
I'm already writing it down.
Trust me, I took anatomy.
The shoulder button's connected to them.
In our next news story of the day, speaking of acquisitions, Sony has hired a, quote, corporate development director. And their job is going to be to find growth opportunities through acquisitions. So not an arms race, but we're going to hire someone whose sole purpose is to find people to acquire so that we can have more than everyone else in a race fashion.
No, I think you're misunderstanding, Sean. When they say growth opportunities, they mean ways to get taller. So they're like, this person's going to go find healthy snacks.
Healthy snacks and maybe like tall shoes.
Yeah, like some one of those things that they used to put you in the medieval times that help make you taller. You know, one of those. Yeah. You know, those things.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Let's see what Sony says directly. They say, quote, Sony Interactive Entertainment seeks a highly qualified director of corporate development. Their job listing reads, SIE's corporate development team works closely with SIE's management team and is responsible for identifying inorganic growth opportunities through acquisitions, investments, or joint ventures. The team sources, evaluates, and completes transactions that are aligned with SIE's strategic priorities and drive significant long-term value for the company. Yeah, that checks out.
So that's what that means.
Be taller.
It means taller and healthy snacks.
Yeah,
inorganic.
Not an arms race.
I mean, if you break that down, acquisitions, right? Acquiring more growth, investments, investing in your growth, and joint ventures where you borrow other people's joints and you attach them to yourself to be grower.
Yeah, you need your joints to be healthy if you're going to be tall.
So they're looking for Dr. Frankenstein, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
If they hire someone for this and his last name happens to be Frankenstein, that'd be amazing.
That'd be so good.
That'd be amazing. We'll follow back on the story if they hire someone named Frankenstein.
Come back around to it.
In our last news story of the day, this is a news story that I didn't know was a news story. So I learned something today, and that's FIFA is finally going to start testing cross-platform play. So today I learned that FIFA, up until now, did not have cross-platform play.
Yeah,
Was that the last game to get cross-platform play in the entire world?
That's crazy.
It might be. How did FIFA not get this, like, day one?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Seems like a very large, very popular game to not have cross-platform play. So yeah, this is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. Cross-platform play is finally arriving in FIFA 22, quote, in the near future. This will be for players on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S and Google Stadia. And it's just a test for now. So my assumption is if it goes well, they'll be rolling it out to last-gen consoles as well. I don't see why they would just do it for current-gen consoles. So we'll see how the test goes. The feature, which allows players to play together online regardless of platform, will only be introduced in a testing stage. However, will only be available for online seasons and online friendlies. EA hasn't said when the test will begin or how long it might last. So we'll keep an eye on this. But yeah, who knew FIFA didn't have cross-platform play? Sheesh.
Does Madden have cross-platform?
I thought so, but now I'm doubting that too.
Yeah. Jeez.
Everything
EA
I thought
Sports,
I knew.
it's in only one game at a time.
Does I mean, it must be what it is, right? Because doesn't EA do like the Star Wars stuff too?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure you can cross-platform in some of those games, like when you do multiplayer. That's so interesting to me.
That checks out.
What?
So interesting. I'm gonna have to do some research and see what EA Sports games are cross-platform play, because my assumptions were incorrect apparently. And always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, morning gaming news, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Katana, which is out on Xbox One, Liberated Enhanced Edition out on Xbox One, Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja Wars out on Switch, The Iron Oath out on PC and Mac, War Stride Challenges out on PC, and for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Winter Ember out on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And now reread the name Winter Ember, but read it in the Wienerina voice, and it's way more entertaining.
Okay, do it.
Winter Ember! And that's what happened when I read it.
I think that skewed your name choice today.
Absolutely, but there's only one vote in the name of the morning. That's the only vote that matters. As long as I entertain myself, everyone wins.
I mean, to be fair, we don't democratically vote or anything, so I guess it's
Right.
checks out.
And it's usually a decision that's made in about 2 seconds right before the show starts.
I remember you agonizing over these. I get text messages late at night being like, I don't know which one to pick. I've thoroughly researched these. You haven't gone to the dartboard method though, so that's a win.
Oh, yeah. I have once or twice I've been putting this together and someone else has been in the room. I think once was my wife and once was my daughter. And I was like, hey, both these sound funny. Which one do you like more? Mm-hmm. And they picked.
Jeez, they get more picks than us.
That's right.
That's true. That's true. Yesterday, Mike made a point, said, I don't get to pick which one of these it is. Although, I don't think we even had a choice yesterday, right? There was nothing.
Nope.
That was just Tuck Tuck.
Oh yeah, I found that one.
Tuck Tuck Extreme.
How was that game?
I don't know.
It was extreme.
I thought you ended up playing it.
No, it cost money, you know? I don't have money at this point. 2 months unemployed, buddy. Money doesn't
It's
grow
been
on trees.
2 months?
Yep. 2 months. March 8th was my last day at the other job.
Oh, it hasn't been 2 months yet. It's been
Oh, my bad.
1 month.
1 month and 28 days.
Yeah, something
Mike's such an exaggerator.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Indeed.
Congratulations, Winter Ember. Nah, doesn't do it for me. But hey, I'm not the video game expert, so there you go.
Hashtag
All good,
GMS,
all good.
name of the morning.
If you're a Patreon subscriber, when it comes time for Name of the Month giveaways, good news, you get double entries into said Name of the Month giveaways. And if you would like your monthly Patreon payment to go toward an adoption-focused charity, you can by doing the Adopt Bob tier. That's where we'll take Bob, who currently is in a box off to my left, except for this last weekend when Bob got some extra vacation time, but then Bob kind of, I guess, overstepped his limits a little bit.
Yeah.
And so we may never let him do that again. But for now, Bob is inside the box.
Bob is good with it.
And if you adopt Bob, then we will remodel his box even further than the marble tile floors that he just put in. So be excited.
Did he willingly go back into the box, or was it more of a forced situation?
Just the chloroform come into play here.
I've never once let Bob... nope, that's not the right way I should have phrased that. I've never once prohibited Bob from doing the things that Bob wants to do within the restrictions that I provide, Bob. So.
Please, I wish we would have finished that first sentence.
We also learned this weekend that Bob has a significant other. Does she live in the box too? Or
No.
are they're just separated?
No, Bob's
forcefully?
significant other has a tremendously nice apartment. So, yeah. Sorry.
Wow. Sorry, Bob.
Hey, long distance relationships make you stronger.
I'm pretty okay in here.
If you adopt Bob, we also will make Bob an HGTV style video that we will put out on the internet. You can find it on our YouTube page, which is also where you can find the newest episode of Banjo-Kazooie, which comes out today at noon. It's a YouTube exclusive. GMS plays Banjo-Kazooie episode 7. We will play you a clip from that coming up in just a little bit. What happens as we move to episode 7?
Oh, episode 7. You gotta be ready for it. Ryan, do you have your hands? You have your hands ready? Okay, go like this. Episode 7 gets spooky. It's spooky. We're going to Mad Monster Mansion, and there's ghosts and skeletons and bats, and it's
You
spooky.
don't look through the slat. That's not the way. You look through the bottom at the corner of the TV.
Oh, gotcha. Because it blocks the spookiness from like arcing down
Yeah,
into your
there's
eyes.
rarely anything that happens in the bottom left corner of a screen. So.
I really want to develop a game now where just all the scary stuff happens in the bottom left corner of the screen. That's all. Nowhere else, just the very bottom left corner.
That actually might be a really interesting game. As odd as it sounds coming from where we started. Yeah.
Peaceful the rest of the screen. But just jump scare after jump scare. Down in
And
that
Ryan's
bottom
just like, I can't not change my hands. It's all.
I'll move to the bottom right corner of the screen. Then the sequel gets me.
Ooh, it'll have
eye tracking.
Yeah, it'll have eye
Yeah.
tracking. You can't get away from it.
Can't see my eyes if they're covered with my hands. Down says some comments. We'll get to those in just a bit. Right now, it's time to find out what Look It's Maiko is tracking at this hour. Gaming Morning Show.
You know, sometimes some crazy things happen in the world. And something crazy happened here. And the WBRZ staff is going to tell us about the time. Well, I guess they're going to tell us that earthquakes are an act of God. Did you know that? Unless you're in Southeast Louisiana, then they may be the result of tens of thousands of rowdy fans packed into Tiger Stadium. They're not there for a football game, though, because for the second time in 33 years, jumping and cheering in the stadium registered as a small earthquake on LSU's campus, according to seismograph reading recorded during Saturday night's sold-out Garth Brooks concert. It was about 9:30 p.m. Saturday night was when the country superstar posed this question to more than 10,000 fans that were there. He said, I have to ask you, Baton Rouge. I said 100,000, not 10,000. I have to ask you, Baton Rouge, is it time? To near deafening cheers, the opening fiddle strains of Callin' Baton Rouge, the unofficial anthem of Saturday nights in Death Valley, blared through the speakers. I can hear the crowd singing along, Sarah Roseman, who lives about a half mile away. She said she didn't feel her house move, but she could hear every word of the song being played. Nearby, a seismograph in Nicholson Hall recorded a small earthquake as the crowd sang and bounced along to the song they waited so many months to hear in person. The last time something like that happened was October 8th, 1988. Auburn led LSU with fewer than 2 minutes left in the game. The LSU quarterback Tommy Hudson threw a pass to Eddie Fuller, leading about 79,000 fans to erupt in celebration as the earth below them moved so slightly. So in this case, Garth got him going. He puts on a heck of a show, and he got all the fans fanning. They were like, I call him Baton Rouge. You know, it was great.
It's a good
That's
song.
crazy, though. That's super, super crazy. It's a great song. Garth Brooks is so underrated. Is he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, but Chris Gaines is.
Yeah, I was about to say he's no Chris Evans, but that's not the right person.
Chris Evans.
Coming this summer, Garth Brooks' Captain America.
Calling America.
Yeah, I went to Garth Brooks in 2019 in Oregon, and it was really cool. The way the stage was set up, it was in the round, and so a lot of movement in Garth's concerts. He used to like dangle from the zip lines and such. Doesn't do that much anymore, but used to.
It was in 1994, 5, I don't know. He did a concert in Central Park in New York, and I went to it. And when I say I went to it, I basically mean I just hung out in Central Park because there was probably about like 2 million people there, and we were like a mile from the stage.
Wow.
Probably not quite that far, but we were pretty far. I mean, we couldn't really see the stage. But they had these giant screens set up, which was pretty awesome. So, yeah.
Especially
and
at the
my
time.
only Garth experience. But hearing all those people sing along to, like, all of his songs was nuts. So, it was pretty cool.
Was
Pretty
that the
rad.
one that was televised?
Yeah, it was on, like, HBO or something. It was nuts.
Tal says Garth Brooks is Johnny Storm. Chris Gaines was Captain America. There we go. That's right. I'm sorry. Well, because, yeah,
Well, that
Captain
means that
America.
Garth Brooks is about to have some success, because if you play Johnny Storm, you're going to bigger and better.
That was Sean. A telltale sign that you're about to become something big in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. Chris Evans morphed into Captain America. Michael B. Jordan turned into Apollo Creed and Killmonger. One of the biggest wastes of a villain in Marvel history, but that's fine.
Apollo Creed is a Marvel character?
No. Yes.
Oh,
he is.
you were okay, so that applies beyond just the Marvel universe. You'll become a
Yeah.
big star in general. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Rocky is Marvel? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
You didn't know Rocky was a Marvel comic?
I mean, you could probably convince me of that. I'm so gullible when it comes to movies. I mean, Hulk Hogan was in a Rocky movie, so I don't know if that matters.
The Incredible Hulk Hogan.
That's what you started out as. Then he was going to get sued.
Downs goes, I think a while ago PlayStation would get exclusive DLC on FIFA. They may not have had crossplay due to the arms race. Plausible?
Maybe.
Or maybe they were just lazy.
Wow.
That Penguin just scored a beautiful goal. Thanks, Penguin.
He served as a perfect backboard for me.
That was a me moment right there. You just look up and then you're like, oh no, not again.
Downs, though, you don't have to worry. Bob did not get Bob's self in trouble. Bob was okay. Bob was pretty okay, in fact, over the weekends. Just a little hesitant to go back into the box. Had a lot more room to stretch out in over the weekend. So. But everyone deserves
Combat in Rouge.
everyone deserves some leave sometimes. So.
Instead of 100 assists, why can't it be 100 shots on goal?
Right?
Because I have like 7 of them in this match.
I'm going for 100 shots where they finish the job for me.
That was one.
Good morning, YouTube. Brendan, thank you for being here. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are asking the question. Nice work.
I'm gonna put my controller down.
We are asking you the question. National Lumpy Rug Day. So what's your big pet peeve? Mike said blinkers. I said I hate when rugs get stuck under doors. Any others that we haven't mentioned yet?
In the driving theme, I hate when people hang out in the left lane going like barely the speed limit. And they never move. That one's a bad joke.
Yeah, that was
That's also like half of a serving size or less left in like a food. My kids are really good at that. Like they'll eat all the cereal except for like a tablespoon. And then you're like, what am I gonna do with this? And they're like, I don't know, eat it.
My kids do that a lot with chips.
Oh yeah,
They'll
it's
eat
real
all but
bad.
like just a couple crumbs and put the bag back.
Or they'll leave all the crumbs, and you're like, like, is this for like baking on something? Like, what do we?
It's for archiving purposes.
It's like they just don't want to be the ones that have to throw away the bag, apparently.
I mean, that happens a lot with toilet paper. They'll eat all the toilet paper and then put it back. Toilet paper.
Yeah, I guess. I was just trying to let it go.
6:49. 9:49 out east. It is 2:49 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Downs is suggesting Bob needs one of the KLAF contracts. Well, I don't think we paid Bob any PTO. That would be an HR decision, though. I thought you were HR.
Do we have an HR? Do we have an HR department?
I thought KLAF had to check in with you. I thought that was...
Is me?
That's what I thought you said. We should really write some of this stuff down.
Diego, you want to be the head of HR? Okay.
It's
nice looking poop.
Diego, the gaming morning show lizard.
Good news, everybody. Diego did not poop in his food dish today. He instead pooped on his rock. Not the rock, his rock. Yeah. He did not poop. Great job, Diego. This one's for you, buddy.
Proud of you.
Brendan goes, my pet peeve is
boy.
similar to Sean. I can't stand slow walkers that take up the whole sidewalk.
Or like groups of people that do that. You can't get around them. You're like, I just want to walk. I just want to go here.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Or when you go to your favorite Starbucks to poop and someone's in the bathroom. It's also the worst. That's my big pet peeve.
How dare they?
Don't they know
When
that
I bang
your
on the
bathroom?
door. They're like, I'm busy. And you're like, no, I got to go. Bang, bang, bang. You know?
Sorry, off brew.
Tal says bikes that can't be bothered to give, quote, a passing on the left, but just buzz by. That's kind of scary, actually, because you don't hear them coming till it's about the very end. You're like, oh no. Especially if they have a big muffler.
Something's happening. I don't know. There's a tornado in my living room, I think.
Does.
Might be a blender, but my guess is tornado.
Oh, I was like, what on earth could be that loud that it could pick it up from that far away?
It's either a blender or a vacuum would be the two things I would guess, but yeah.
Thank
Our
you.
vacuum runs at night.
Oh. What is she trying to blend?
A cell phone.
Bear. Turn off the blender. Not the brake yet.
Lego pizza.
You don't blend it Lego pizza.
You just walk in there, there's Legos in the blender. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Flying out.
Hefty said Lego pizza. It sounded good, but they're not breaking down. Boy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Don't poop on the pizza rolls.
We are wearing what we're wearing because of you, chat. You helped us raise over $500 for the Trevor Project. Brendan goes, OMG, Ryan in a wig. What a vision. This is actually my natural hair. Could you explain again how your pomade works, Sean?
Yeah, you just put a little dab on your finger, like a dime-sized dab, and rub it on your fingers, and you go like that, and then it just.
And this is
looks like that.
This is the proof of why it works. Because see, this is my natural hair color right here, and then it just went. So, I still think I look a little Dave Grohl-ish.
Again, if I like squint and don't look at you, you look exactly
I think
like him.
bona fide. Like, look at this. I got the beard and stuff. I think it's good. This might be my new look.
Okay. Can you sing a Dave Grohl song?
Yeah. What if I told you it's not like the others? What if I told you I was not the only one? Something, something, you're a pretender. What if I said I'd never surrender?
Okay. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
I need drumsticks. That's what I'm missing.
That's fair.
Let's do birthdays. Let's stay in gaming history. It's almost 7 o'clock this morning. If you have a birthday that you would like us to celebrate, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you.
My birthday.
We also have a story next hour of a phone-addicted gorilla that we'll share with you. That's coming up. One celebrity birthday, but from the streamer sphere, and that is Nicole the Sim, who has a birthday today. Nicole the Sim is a cracked Sim streamer on Twitch, which you can find at Nicole the Sim, well, on Twitch. So to you, Nicole, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot toot. Means it's the 1 year anniversary of the Pauly Shore message to Nicole the Sim. That was just something.
Did Pauly do that again?
I don't think so, because I think it was quite a few dollars. Should have got the gift wrapper to do it, man.
Pauly always spending our money without giving us extras.
Ow, buddy.
Good morning to you, Austin Attack 12. I hope your travel home went well. Today, singer Frankie Valli turns 88.
Did I learn Frankie Valli's still alive? He sang the theme song to the movie version of Grease. Is there not a movie version of Grease?
Yeah, there was like a stage version. I don't know which one came first.
But why would you have a theme song for a stage version, though? Kind of weird, right? I wonder how many Grammys he has. Yes, Brendan. See? Brendan says Frankie Valli is alive.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway right there.
Was it the one like Grease is the word, is the word? Is that the one that he sang?
I don't know.
Grease Lightning wasn't the theme. It's the only song I know.
Yeah, what is the theme song to Grease?
Grease, grease, it's in your hair. Grease, grease, it's everywhere. Grease, grease. Ah!
If it's on fire, don't spray it with water. Bobby Cannavale turns 52 today.
Yeah, he was in Ant-Man. I also really like this picture because it looks like he's being accosted by Tom Hanks and he doesn't know why. Tom Hanks like running him out of town. All right, we gotta go, buddy. He has twice been nominated for Tony Awards.
Is this our? I think this is our first ever Tony version.
Count?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
we do Oscars and Grammys and
Great.
Emmys.
I'm gonna start this time. He's been nominated for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he's won 1.
I'll go 0 for 2.
Bobby is 0 for 2.
Yes. No,
maybe that's why
EGOT
he's
for
so
you,
shocked
Bobby.
in this picture. He's like, wait, on what?
So Bobby was nominated for a Tony category that wasn't on the main show, and so Tom just had to walk up and tell him, "Hey, you didn't win." That was the way that went down. So,
Hey man, just want to tell you, you didn't win today. What? No, it's fine. Let's go.
Fun fact: Tom Hanks, that's his job every Tony Awards, is to walk around and tell people they didn't win.
I'd be okay with that because I mean,
You get to meet Tom
Hanks is
It's
like,
pretty
hey,
cool.
just so you know, you lost. Like, oh, thanks, Tom.
today, entrepreneur Damon Dash is 51, was the co-founder of Rockefeller, along with Jay-Z and Kareem Burke.
I think he might be in jail.
I guess you still turn 51 in jail, so
That's true. What if you get arrested, your birthdays just stop? They're like, nope, you can't age.
it's like the leap year.
What?
Today, actress Christina Hendricks turns 47.
Wow. Her middle name is Renee. Thanks, Cleveland.com.
Actor, is it Dual Hill? Dule Hill, 47 today.
Yeah, he's awesome. And apparently, news to me, he can currently be seen on the reimagined version of The Wonder Years as the main character's father.
What
guys
channel
know
is The
that,
Wonder Years on?
I didn't even know it was there again.
Looking it up right now. Stay tuned. It's almost there.
Huh, go figure. Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
It's a Hulu exclusive. Hulu exclusive. I don't know.
I like Hulu exclusive a lot. Country singer Eric Church, who skipped a concert to go to the Final Four because his UNC Tar Heels played Duke,
Funny.
turned 45 today.
He has 10 Grammy nominations.
You went first. I'm
you
gonna go. I'm gonna go like 5 wins, half of them.
I'm gonna go 10 nods, 3 wins.
With
30%.
10 nominations, 0 wins.
No.
Yeah, I win by default.
The great snub of Eric Church.
Huh. I don't listen to much country music, but I've heard of Eric Church often, which made me think that he had to have won once.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's won quite a few like country
CMAs,
music awards, but
Those don't count though.
no Grammys.
Yeah, we are not doing how many Academy of Country Music Awards. No ACM. I'm not.
Unless it's in the fun fact.
No.
That's yep.
No.
Any awards
That
in the fun facts.
That always confused me because it's the Academy of the ACM Awards, but then they call them the Country Music Awards.
Yeah.
So there's, wait, is it CMA or ACM? Like what? What's
Not
what's
doing it.
going on?
No.
Well, luckily there's no other nominations, so you're fine.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen any that were like in related.
The Tony
relation
was
to-
the first one. Yeah.
Not yet.
I haven't seen any country music award fun facts.
Cheryl Burke, dancer, turns 38 today.
Great. She once appeared in an episode of Smallville. Smallville.
Soccer player Alex Iwobi
Bless you.
played for Arsenal, is now with Everton. Has a birthday today.
It's not
Turns
good.
26.
Not good. He's from Nigeria. He's on the Nigerian team. He's a Golden Eagle. He's really good.
Happy birthday, Alex.
We've got a drummer birthday.
It's Cactus Moser's birthday from Highway 101.
That's a good one.
Cactus is 65.
As a fellow drummer, I can tell you that Cactus is one of my idols. He actually, when we made Nirvana's first record, and then I switched over to the Foo Fighters with my new look, I can tell you that Cactus was a big inspiration of mine. So
I looked really quick and saw 101 and assumed it was somebody's 101st birthday. I was like, what? However, it is from one sports announcer to another. It's sports announcer Greg Gumbel's 76th birthday. So Ryan, there you go. Maybe someday you'll be Greg Gumbel and be 76. I don't know if that'll happen, but and then also it's Christopher Cross's 71st birthday.
wait,
Way to go, Christopher Cross.
are you saying that I'm not going to make it to 76?
Not as Brian Gumbel. No.
I thought you said it was Greg Gumbel.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, it
too.
is Greg Gumbel. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's whichever gumball it is.
We have a rapid fire this day
quick
game.
question.
Oh, damn it.
Quick. Does Christopher Cross make you jump as well, or is that just Chris?
No, he makes you splish splash.
Oh, okay.
The yacht.
No further questions.
Splish
He does
splash.
yacht
Taking a
rock.
bath.
Yacht rock.
Oh, yeah. I like Christopher Cross.
Yacht.
All right, rapid fire. 3 before 1995. 3 lawsuits or not lawsuits from Sports.Gaming. 1972.
Not a lawsuit.
Magnavox first shows the Odyssey video game console at a trade show in Phoenix, Arizona. That was not a lawsuit.
Yes.
1982.
Not a lawsuit.
Walt Disney Pictures files a suit against Williams Electronics for infringing Disney's Tron trademark by the arcade game Robotron.
Incorrect.
All right, for the win, 1983.
Lawsuit.
1983, Mattel files a lawsuit. Let's go.
Yes.
Against Atari, accusing it of luring away 3 employees who helped develop game cartridges compatible with Mattel's Intellivision game system.
It's called business, bro.
Yeah. 2002, Nintendo launches the GameCube in Europe. 2005, Microsoft put out Forza Motorsport. Raise your hand if you've played Forza.
Oh, yeah, briefly.
2005 as
Like a
well, Hot
second.
Shots Golf Open T came out for PlayStation Portable. And in 2010, Nintendo releases Picross 3D for Nintendo DS.
Nice.
It's a lacrosse game, probably. Coming up next hour, I really like coffee. It's just that Superman doesn't like coffee. Well, I'd assume not, because he never drinks it and is, well, super. There are some other things that drive people nuts as well. Here are a bunch of things that really grind my gears and make my nuggets tremble. Grrr. It's our list of the day next hour. We also have sports. All right, come back next hour. More Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. It's Look, It's My Go, Sports Talk Gaming, and Dave Grohl on Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. Gaming morning show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Join our Discord. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being here on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. That is sports.gaming. Top left of your screen, look, it's Mike O. Will return in a moment. Bottom left corner of your screen, and I am Dave Grohl, well-known drummer of Nirvana and Foo Fighters lead man. Clearly.
What since you recorded it, do you remember what Nirvana's first album was called?
Yeah, Nevermind.
And their second album?
Nevermind again.
Nevermind.
like still Nevermind. Brennan goes, how does that wig look angrier after the break? So I will admit, sitting here, it's bothersome, but it's not as bothersome as when I'm walking around. Like, it's really hard because it keeps covering up my face, and so like I have to like make a gap for it. So
I wore a wig during Halloween last year and walking around trick-or-treating with the kids. All I could think of is I could never have long hair. It was very obnoxious.
I was about to go grab a hair tie and make a ponytail, but now I've swooped the back of the wig to reveal my camera side, so actually you can see more of my face now.
Nice. You should put it up in like a man bun.
Okay, we'll work on man bun heading into the last hour. Okay. My headphones have surprisingly stayed on my hair, or well, head better than I thought they would.
That's a positive.
I walked out during the break, and my wife was in the kitchen. I took off the hat, and I was like, "How does Ryan wear a hat the entire show? Like my head's so itchy and warm."
So, this is one of those perfect like analogy things from elementary school. A wig is too hefty, what a hat is to Sean. Because I can wear a hat all day and have no itchy, but right now, right here especially, everything's fine. Tal says this is now the Grohl music show. For sure. And then, sorry, I misspoke. So album number 1 of ours that I myself wrote was Nevermind. Album number 2, though, we called it, I said, Never You Mind. This hour.
What is happening right now?
So much hair on my face. My eyes are so itchy. All right. Asa texts, Ryan, please brush that wig. Funny story. This wig was in our giveaway pile. So you know what I did instead of brushing it? I checked to see if there were spiders in it because it's been in the garage for about 1.5 years. We should move through our giveaway pile faster.
That reminds me, my wife sent me like 1 million pictures to post on like Facebook since I have time and I just keep forgetting. So actually I don't want to deal with people being like, would you take $8? There's a pet peeve when people ask you for like $1 less than what you post something for.
Today's
What?
National Lumpy Rug Day, so we've been asking what small thing really grinds your gears. So now we have Mike with blinkers and haggling.
Well, it's not haggling. It's unnecessary haggling. Like, this costs $10. Well, I'll give you $9.75 for it. What? And then they like whip out like the change purse. And you're like, no.
We've been doing this show for about 18 months, and not once has someone mentioned the following. This is straight into us, breaking news right off the wire. We have a correspondent in the field named Taldahar. And Tal is informing us that our names make up an acronym for the show. We call ourselves Gaming Morning Show, otherwise known as GMS. And if you go Goof, Mike, and Sean, that is also GMS.
And no, I got nothing. I'm trying to fit Austin in there.
And GM and S.
Yeah,
No, that's not it.
it's not gonna work.
Austin has an S in Austin's name.
So on the East Coast, we're live from 9 a.m. till noon, which is 12, and it's Austin Attack 12.
There you go.
Austin watches television, kind of, and our website is gamingmorningshow.tv, and Austin has a T in it.
Yeah, I know and starts with an A, but that's not the part we're trying to put your name into. It's GMS Gaming Morning Show. We need to fit an A into. Goof, Mike, and Sean. That just becomes Goof, Mike, Austin, and Sean.
Yeah, that kind of ruins things, doesn't it?
Coming
And
this summer,
Sean.
Gams.
Gams.
All right, we got list of the day coming up next. We'll also show you the trailer for the clip pertaining to the last posted episode of Banjo-Kazooie from GMS Plays, and then we'll get you set for episode 7 coming out today at noon. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Nearing 200 of you who have done so, and having the opportunity to share some of the cool YouTube exclusive from GMS Plays. Brandon, oh god, game is so loud in this thing. I turned it down. I might have been a little heavy on the throttle.
Hefty throttle?
Yeah. Ryan Boston turned the game down.
Oh no! Stop it!
You know what my pet peeve is? When I can't find the brake pedal. Unrelated to what just happened.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Immediately make up for it.
Brendan, is that better? Nice shot. Downs has really enjoyed
Coffee on myself.
Banjo-Kazooie, by the way. Although I'm getting a feeling it feels like you're too hard on Banjo.
Well, I mean, maybe he should do more than his little swipey thing that I never use.
Kazooie no swipey. No.
I mean,
You guys know we have
Banjo
a
does wear a
Minecraft server?
backpack. Is Banjo just Dora the Explorer?
I don't know. Does Banjo just say a lot of words in Spanish?
Sometimes.
Does Banjo have a backpack?
Never really. He does have a backpack.
Does he have a monkey?
There is a monkey.
Haven't you always wanted a
names?
monkey?
Monkey. Excuse me. So my coffee machine takes 7 minutes to make a cup of coffee, or a pot of coffee, and it's really frustrating because our breaks are 6 minutes long. And Megan. So Megan also called me. Logan's wife called me in the break to ask a question about. We have a case conference coming up for one of our kids, and I asked her. I said, "Hey, I just want you to know I told the world that you're a lawbreaker and you don't use your blinker." And she said, and I quote, "Shut up, you're dumb." So, Lincoln's wife confirmed hates the law.
Wow. Is she trying to silence you?
Yeah, I'm being silenced by the man in the form of my wife.
How's your coffee?
Delicious now. So my
Sean had
birthday's
a
in
great
September. 2 birthday ideas for you: a Keurig, and there is a sweet picture of Bigfoot that I put on my Twitter. You guys can buy me either or neither.
How about we
You've
get
got
a
a few months to
Keurig
save.
shaped like Bigfoot?
That would be so amazing.
Where would the coffee come out of?
Oh God.
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
It was Sasquatch.
I think we all know, to be honest.
It'd be like one of those like Italian statues where the little boy just pees in the thing, except it would be Bigfoot.
Yeah, and it wouldn't come out of that because it'd be brown. So
Cause what?
it'd be brown.
You don't know what Bigfoot's pee looks like. Could be brown, I guess. He has a very stick-heavy diet, maybe.
Stick-heavy diet.
His pee's really sticky.
Like, where do you think maple syrup comes from?
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's not going well over here.
Put it on a pancake.
Sean had a great idea. So we ask you for coffee recommendations all the time. And Sean, we were out in LA, and Sean's like, you know what would make sense is a Google map.
It's true.
There's no way that doesn't exist anywhere somewhere, right?
I just mean for us in particular.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you can make a custom map with different things. Because my theory is that it's very likely that we go somewhere and then much later realize like, oh yeah, we were supposed to try this coffee place in Tennessee and we were in Tennessee but forgot. But if we had a map, then it's much easier to reference and see if there's a recommendation for where we are.
Really
So
smart.
we'll piece that together. Get all the ones that have been recommended already added. And then it'll be good.
In
We should do a
response
listener
to
map too. How you do the word? Oh God. You okay? Ryan's being attacked, maybe?
Oh, it finally happened.
damn headphones finally fell off. Just when I thought I was getting the hang of long hair.
I would love to see like a map as well of like where are you listening from. That'd be kind of
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
See where all of our listeners are. Not like your house, obviously. 'Cause that would be...
I couldn't hit it far enough away.
It's the hair. You just throwing me off.
I couldn't see. I only can see out of one eye right now. My depth perception's off. In response to sticky maple syrup pea, aka Sasquatch, Brendan in all caps said, "Not this."
I also said not on the Lord's Tuesday. Is there another Tuesday that I'm not aware of?
Taco.
Like Satan's Tuesday? Better known as Tuesday? I hate Tuesday. That's another pet peeve. Tuesday. Just kidding. It's not really.
I really like Tuesday. Tuesday's one of my favorite days.
Tuesday's like February. You know?
It is the
No.
February of the week.
It is. It is.
How's it like February?
Because it's the second day.
Well, February, like, there's no like good sports on. Football is done.
It's
Baseball's
the
not really
Super
going on.
Bowl.
For like a day, it basically shouldn't. It may as well count for January, if I'm honest. Like,
And the Pro Bowl.
like February 2nd. Use the
Just
Pro
kidding.
Bowl?
I'm not fighting for the Pro Bowl. I'm completely kidding.
Like Monday's the start of the week. Wednesday's midweek, the weekend of the week. Thursday,
It's catching on.
Thursday is like Friday Eve. Friday is Friday. Saturday and Sunday is that, and then you have Tuesday. Tuesday's like the Delaware of the days. In the week, you know,
Fetch
like,
is
hey, I'm
happening.
in Delaware. You know, hey, I'm in Delaware.
in Delaware. I love that Fetch is finally happening. This is great. Weekend of the week. I like Tuesday because Monday is always rough because everybody wants your attention on Monday, and Tuesday is when you can actually get anything done. So you've been off all weekend, so everyone's knocking on your door and be like, "Hey, it's Monday. I need all those things that I told you about while you weren't working."
Oh, yeah.
You know that why they keep coming and knocking on your door. You keep singing that song all the time. They're just doing what they're told.
Knock, knock, knocking on Ryan's door. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brennan goes Tuesday, the Monday of the week.
Tuesday, the Wii U of the week.
So, do you dislike Tuesday too?
No, I'm just joining in.
Tuesday.
Sean does it in solidarity.
Yeah, I got Mike's back.
Downs goes get wrecked, Delaware. Yeah, what Delaware do to us?
It's Delaware. You know what the best part of Delaware is? Nothing, because it's just there.
7:28 West
exists.
Coast. It's 10:28 out east. It's 3:28 for those watching GMS in the UK. It actually makes sense that I couldn't hear the game just well because I just now realized my headphones were like hanging on the back of my ears as opposed to actually. So that probably explains why I turned up the game so loud. You want me to push my wig out of my face? Okay, I will do that as we get into list of the day. What are we learning about today, Mike?
You know, things. Today is the what makes you angry day. Actually, it's the small things day. You know, when you have a small thing. Not that small thing. The small thing that really grinds your gears. Ooh. But today we're going to the preeminent website to tell us about pet peeves that make you that make your Twitch. They're sure to make your Twitch at just their mention. From scarymommy.com. Apparently, when mommy's scary, mommy doesn't copyright her writing. Because pet peeves sure to just make your Twitch. This isn't correct. So here's a list of 25 things, but we're only going to tell you 10 of them. The first one is definitely a big one. My kids are great at this. Loud eating and drinking. Loud eating or drinking is a pet peeve with tons of people, and it comes in all shapes and sizes. Some people actually just chew loudly, and that can drive somebody mad. Others hate when you use your straw to slurp at the bottom of an empty glass. Others still get twitchy at the sound of teeth scraping on I don't know what that has to do with loud eating. But however, my 9-year-old likes to use her straw and suck out all the stuff out of the bottom of the glass, and then just make eye contact with me because she knows it drives me insane. And I'm always like, childo, stop it.
2.
Stinking kids.
Number 2 is aptly double dipping.
Yeah.
Yep. There's yeah. Don't double dip. Don't dip. Take a bite. Dip again. No, don't do it. And that's just etiquette. Don't do that. To avoid this, Scary Mommy suggests just divvying up salsa, queso, or other dips into individual plates so everyone can eat whatever they want. Double dip to your heart's triple dip. No one cares. It's your dip now.
we always put spoons in the dip for this reason, and no one ever touches them. You're like, just put it on your plate.
But then they touch the
put
spoons,
it
and
on
then you touch the spoons, and then you touch the things in your hands, dip the things in the spoon. It's a vicious cycle.
Your
That's why
hands
buffets
dips the
is-
things in the spoon?
No, so Sean goes through and he grabs some of the dip that's unnecessary and puts it on his plate, and then I grab the spoon. So now everything that's been on Sean's hands is now on my hands. But then we go back to eat the vessel of the dip, which is usually like a hand food. So now, and so if your kids are doing it, it's always like tenfold worse because they like go up to the spoon after going, and then they touch the spoon, and now the spoon's sticky, and then you get some dip on the spoon, and then the spoon is even stickier, and it's a vicious cycle, and we're gonna have to have a confrontation about it.
Confrontation. The
touch your
comforting
face.
confrontation. 3.
You touch your feet.
Cracking gum. It's my feet. Didn't touch your face. Just touched my feet and face. I can't actually crack my gum, so I have no way to do this to other people. I also don't get bothered by it, but some people dislike it. So don't crack your gum.
4.
Stop it. Number 4, cracking knuckles or other body parts. This one gets Look Its Wife-O really hard. It might help to be less bothered by this if you know the sound when you hear someone cracks a joint isn't body parts grinding together.
Who thinks
Just
that?
like when people crack their gum, it's a way to get rid of air bubbles that forms in your joints. Is it necessary? That's debatable. Does it make you want to vomit? Probably. Look Its Wife-O hates that noise. She like loses her mind. I really like when we're cuddling and she has her head on my chest, I'll like crack my neck or something so it like echoes, and then she hates it. It's wonderful. It's so much fun.
5.
Number 5 is fanatics. So listen, okay, it's okay to be a fan. Starts to become annoying when your fandom is your entire personality. Okay. No person whose entire decor and fashion sense revolves around the fact that they like the Atlanta Braves, or maybe any conversation you have with a coworker comes back to how many times they've seen Dave Matthews Band. Those are fanatics, and they're obnoxious.
That's a deep cut. I think there's some I think there's some issues here that we need to address with Scary Mommy.
Scary Mommy really hates the Braves and Dave Matthews Band.
Whew. Okay. Yep. Yep.
I had my mic off. I found out that my daughter's teacher's a Patriots fan, and I told her, I was like, hey, anytime that your teacher brings up Tom Brady, just say, did you know that the Denver Broncos are the only
It's not
NFL
true.
team
No, they're not.
with a winning record against Tom Brady as Patriots quarterback?
They're 500 is not winning.
I am so
It's like when
worried
soccer
about your ability
teams say
to
they're
read.
unbeaten. It's ridiculous. You're not unbeaten. You just haven't won a game. Sorry. Pet peeve. It's a soccer pet peeve when they're like, "Oh, it's an 8-game unbeaten streak." When you've tied 8 straight games, it's not an
So you're telling
Also,
me
500 is not a winning record.
So you're telling me with 12 wins and 11 losses, that's a 500 record?
12 wins and 11 losses. It's 7-7. I have to do this again.
Number 7.
Broncos.
7.
Oh no, it's 6.
6.
Chronically late.
7.
People stealing your food.
I dislike that more than the dip thing.
He's 9-9 against the Broncos.
As Patriots
9-9.
quarterback?
Yeah. Right here. Says, so even were the battles that Brady finished 9-9 against Denver, including playoff games. Number 8, no turn signals.
Number 9, stranger standing too close.
1-0.
That was...
I don't even know what the last one is.
staring.
Staring. There you go. I really, really like coffee. It's delicious. Did you know that Superman doesn't like coffee? Wait, did he? Superman doesn't like coffee?
I don't know. I've just never seen him drink it.
He's naturally caffeinated. Well, I'd assume not because I can't see out of this damn wig. He never drinks it in his well super. Anyway, there's some things that drive people nuts as well. Now a bunch of things that are really grinding my gears and make my nuggets treble. Grr. All right, everyone say goodbye to Sean.
Bye, Sean. By the way, I'm on denverbroncos.com.
Tell me more.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. So, denverbroncos.com says, Mile High Morning looking back on 4 of the Broncos' greatest games against Tom Brady. And then it says that looking back over Brady's incredible career, there are so many great games from his time in the league against the Broncos. So even were the battles that Brady finished 9-9 against Denver, including playoff games.
And that's all as Patriots quarterback. He never played for another team and beat the Broncos?
It's according to the Denver Broncos, though.
Well, that just said he was 9-9 for his career, which included his games with Tampa Bay, which he was 1-0 against Denver as Tampa Bay's quarterback.
Oh, we're
as
cherry
Patriots
picking.
Quarterback.
Oh, I get it.
Do you? We've already gone over this once.
Cherry picking. Yeah.
That is true. I only counted the team that he won 6 Super Bowls with.
That
my
is
fault. I should have thought of that.
Fun fact, though, his first career start came against the Broncos. Fun.
That's fun. What's his
How many
playoff record
nominations,
against
though?
them? What's his playoff record against
I
them?
don't know. I closed the
1-3.
I closed the window.
So.
Suck that, Tom Brady.
Quiet goes, good morning, Quiet. Not the one he won another Super Bowl with and almost won his second with his checked notes. 2 years. That is true. Fun fact.
Remember when he retired?
He never beat Denver in the playoffs with Tampa Bay.
That's accurate.
Yeah, that's true. Awesome. This is double sports. That's true. That's true. You get extra sports today because they left Mike and Hefty alone. It's now 7:38. Let's find out what Miko's tracking at this hour.
What is happening in the world? Bear, I don't know. I'm not going to Bear something. Bear did text me, though, and tells me on his phone that there is a phone addicted Hey, everybody. Harriet Piercy from Screenshot Media tells us that screen addiction is nothing new. It's today's problem of the masses, and humans, at least. Now, our fellow primate, the gorilla, has been inflicted with our issues, too. Amare, a 415-pound, 16-year-old gorilla at Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo, has become totally obsessed with his smartphone. Help! Amari lives with 3 other male gorillas, and the 4 of them encounter hundreds of human visitors who shove their smartphones up to the glass enclosure, showing them pictures and videos. Amari, in particular, has become hooked to the point where zookeepers have had to put up a rope to keep visitors away from the glass.
Oh, no.
He became so entranced by the objects that he failed to notice when one of his gorilla housemates ran up and attacked him. During development, male gorillas will often get aggressive with each other as a form of play fighting to establish dominance. Amari, being distracted by what shouldn't concern his daily life, is leading him to severe developmental consequences. Compared to the gorilla's housemates' seeming lack of interest in screens, Amari isn't completely to blame for the outcome, as he's become more vulnerable to the exposure of these screens due to his favorite spot in the enclosure being right next to the glass. The zoo has since asked visitors to respect the barriers and are now in place, and hope this will encourage Amari to spend more time with his fellow apes. Back to you.
That's really kind of
That's
sad.
Amari. What's that?
That's kind of sad.
It is. I mean, the attack thing, I read it and I was like, that's just kind of a part of natural life. What is sad, though, is the fact that, he has become so addicted to phones because people.
So, but this is an ape, and as far as I understand it, they're still the most closely related to humans. That hasn't changed.
Yes.
So
Correct.
it kind of would like further the argument that we can easily get addicted to our phones, right?
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, technology is something that we become very, very addicted to really easily. And that honestly, that's a huge issue, right? Is because like one of the things that it does too is it makes it so you can't disconnect from things, like work, because a lot of people will have like a work email on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're, reachable every single day now at 24 hours a day, 24/7, 365. And that's obviously not a good thing. But also just, we become so addicted to our screens that, and I'm guilty of it. I can't say anything, right? But it's just, it's become so easy to just do everything on a phone, like everything. I ordered my Doctor Strange tickets for Friday on a phone. I filled out a background check for my daughter's field trip on a phone. Like, it's just, it makes it so simple and it's entertaining. And I get it. Apes think it's cool to see themselves. And I actually, one of the things that I always do at the zoo and I feel bad about now is the macaque monkeys. I always like show them themselves on the camera. And they're always like, oh, like they get really funny faces. And now it's like, well, maybe that's I shouldn't do that because that could be a problem. So, yeah. It's crazy.
I hope, though, now that you've done that, I hope you have some cool pictures to share with us because that sounds awesome. It's too bad that
I'll have to look
for
back
them.
on my hard drive. I had a really cool video of one that was like bobbing up and down, like looking. It would go out of frame, then come back in, go out and come back in. It was like telling one of its friends. It was really funny.
You gotta check this out. He's got an iPhone 12.
Look, he also has a little monkey in a box. Isn't that crazy?
This generation, man, so addicted to phones. This is awesome.
Man.
Amari, it's not your fault, but get off the dang diddly phone, he says from his phone. Tal says, is his favorite place why he sees the phones, or is it because of the phones that is his favorite place?
So, like Brendan has it already says it's his favorite place, and the place was in the line of fire for people. That's exactly what happens. Like at the Indianapolis Zoo, they have one of the best orangutan exhibits in the world, and they do a lot of. All the orangutans there couldn't survive in the wild, so they take care of them really well. And one of the orangutans' favorite things to do is people watch, because as much as they're in an exhibit for us at the zoo to see, like honestly, we're as much of an exhibit to them, right? Like they're like, why is this giant hairless ape like standing out in front of me? And so they like to sit in the window, but that's going to lead to people being like, look, here's my phone. Like, haha, look at this TikTok dance or whatever. And there's a really funny video out there. It's like a short video of a guy doing a like magic trick for a mandrill, I think it was. And the monkey like freaked out because he's like, ah, because, it blows their minds.
Yeah.
So they're going to have human interactions. It's just, unfortunately, with a phone, I mean, it's kind of nature of the beast, right? I mean, what's the difference between me, like, picking my nose and the monkey staring at me and a phone, So it's like... It's interesting. Super interesting.
Someday we're going to have Harrison Ford at the monkey exhibit being like, get out of my exhibit. Do you remember that when was it David Blaine who was in his house and doing the magic trick?
Yeah.
He's like, get out of my house. He was so spooked by the card trick.
He's so weird. But yeah, so I mean, it kind of sucks because it is what it is. But again, it goes back to parenting, right? Like, you have to teach them. That's not good. You can't spend so much time there.
I think the hardest thing about that aspect as a parent is the whole don't do as I do as I say kind of aspect, because it's really hard to be like, quit being on your technology so much. Just a sec, I gotta check my email. Right? Like,
Yeah.
that is definitely the battle. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like my 15-year-old daughter literally just spends all of her time staring at her phone, or staring at a screen, whether it's the Switch or the phone or her iPad. And we always give her crap. And the other day she was like, "Well, you're always on your computer." And I'm like, "Well, that's fair, but I mean, I'm like doing work on my computer. I'm not just sitting here like dinking around. I'm doing things." But again, like you said, I'm still sitting at a computer doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's a weird, like, in between. Such a strange land.
Awesome. What the F, David Blaine? Yeah, it was I liked that series that I think it was maybe for Instagram or something that David Blaine was doing, but like we'd go to celebrities' houses and do magic tricks. So I did like that.
He was weird. I mean, is weird.
I was gonna say he's still around, right?
Yeah. But it's just some of the stuff he does. You're like, yeah.
He's not the way of Frankie Valli and is dead, right?
Frankie Valli is like the Bernie. Weekend at Frankie's.
Oh, the weekend at Frankie's. Well, see, like I'm happy that you weren't alone. Like Brendan was also like, I didn't know that Frankie Valli was alive too, because you sit there like, am I the only person who thought that person was not with us anymore?
Well, yeah.
And you start to wonder,
Frankie,
like, why?
He's so synonymous with like, I thought like 50s music.
Yeah.
That was like a bazillion years ago. But I guess it was right in his wheelhouse. So.
It's 7:48 West Coast time. It's 10:48 out east, and now 3:48 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Well, I put it
you
on my desk within good eyesight, and I still lose it.
It's probably fine because you don't have anything else on your desk, right?
No, that's just the only thing.
What's on Mike's desk?
So much.
How often do you clean your desk?
Define clean. Because like I constantly am like cleaning the surfaces and making it so it's not like whatever, but I don't like mess with the stuff. Mm-hmm. Over there is where a lot of the stuff is in this part of my desk over there, and I clean that probably every other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's tough to maintain. I'm not gonna lie.
It's true. It's very true. There's a lot of ness to it.
I have the soap on my desk.
I finally brought the majority of my soap up to my room. So now I just have the Only Hope soap and the Nautical Sage soap on my desk. Back to the originals. Yeah.
Does anyone have my Dr. Squatch soap? Mike O sure does. Tell us more, Mike.
Dr. Squatch soap is phenomenal. If you like things, if you like to be cleaned, if you like being clean, I like being clean. Dr. Squatch soap is wonderful. Go to twitch.tv/likeit'smyco. Click on the Dr. Squatch banner. That'll take you to my buy stuff page. Or if you've never bought Dr. Squatch soap, Disc Brick 10 will get you 10% off of $20 or more. And Disc Squatch 10 will get you 10% off of a subscription. It's really neat. I get to do it a lot. I have a subscription for it where every 3 months they send me soap of my choice. I like to do the random soaps, so sometimes I can get a new one. And it's great. Right now, Ryan is displaying Pine Tar, and Pine Tar is incredible. It's one of my favorite smells. It's what I'm currently using in the shower. But they also have shampoo, deodorant, which you may or may not have seen me put on before, because I realized I forgot. It's right here, Bay Rum. So good, so good. But they also have hand soap. They have candles. They have bathrobes. All really well made and really great. So twitch.tv/likeit'smyco. Click on the banner. Order yours today. Help me.
It's going out today at noon, and that is the newest episode of GMS Plays Banjo-Kazooie. You can subscribe to our YouTube page and have a chance to watch it. Here is the latest clip from GMS Plays.
Also, there's an extra life up here. Why not get that too? Although this is continuing to be our deathless run, so we don't really need it, but it's just fun to collect.
One more time.
Also, there's an extra life up here. Why not get that too? Although this is continuing to be our deathless run, so we don't really need it, but it's just fun to collect.
A deathless run from Sports.Gaming. So, cracked gameplay that you can expect from a GMS Place, YouTube exclusive Banjo-Kazooie, endorsed by IMJF Downs. So,
Cracked.
all right, 7:52. It's time for sports.
Departes.
Sports Part 2. We're going to give you some of the scores from yesterday's first day of NHL playoffs. That's coming up in just a little bit.
That happened? Jeez.
We always open things up, though, with, did the Mets win, Mike?
They did not win yesterday. They lost by a score of 5-2 to the Atlanta Bravos, probably because Buck Showalter was not in the dugout last night. He was suspended for a game because everyone else throws at the Mets, but when the Mets throw at somebody else, they get suspended. So, yeah, they lost. So right now, they're the only team in the league to have won all 7 series. So here's hoping they can put it together so they can keep that moving. But Buck will be back tonight. It's fine.
Buck wasn't there. Robinson Cano may not be there for the rest of the future.
So here's something that's not a pet peeve of mine. When the owner makes a baseball decision and not a financial one. Robinson Cano was designated for assignment, meaning he was DFA'd, which means that if he doesn't accept his assignment, he can be a free agent, and hopefully he'll go back to Puerto Rico and party. I don't know. But yeah, so he still owed $40 million for his contract, and the Mets ownership decided, hey, this isn't what's good for the team, so we're gonna let him go. Whereas previous ownership was like, he's being paid a lot. I don't care if he's good or bad. So I was jazzed. I was very happy about that.
Hear me out. I don't think this ever happened before. What they should do is they should say, hey, instead of having to pay the rest of this money, why don't we just give you $1 million a year for the next 40 years?
You know what's funny? There are actually a handful of other players that have that too. So it makes me chuckle. Like Ken Griffey Jr. has the same kind of a deal.
No kidding. I did not know that.
Yeah. It makes me chuckle though that Bobby Bonilla Day, July 1st, every year we celebrate. From what I understand, they're hoping he'll throw out the first pitch this year, which I think would be amazing.
That would be really cool. I would love to see that list because I actually didn't know that, like in Discord or something, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that's like the reason they chose to do that at the time was because of the whole Ponzi scheme thing. So they were making too much money by having the money invested. So they didn't want to give him a lump sum because they were making too much money. Isn't that the whole Bobby Bonilla exodus?
Yeah, they said you can either take like 30% less, or we'll pay you $1 million a year every year for the next 30 years. And he was like, a free $1 million a year? Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona Cardinals, 3-time All-Pro wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins suspended without pay for 6 games because of the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing substances. This according to the Associated Press. I read online, I think it was his statement, that there was a trace amount of whatever the substance was, and that's what sparked the suspension. So,
trace amount, still an amount.
Meanwhile, the Associated Press writes, the NFL handed former Cleveland Browns coach Hugh Jackson another loss. The league announced Monday that it found, quote, no evidence, unquote, that the Browns purposely lost games or incentivized personnel to do so after Jackson alleged in February the team tried to lose during the 2016 and 2017 seasons. That was via a 60-day independent review determined, quote, none of the allegations could be substantiated, end quote.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right?
The WNBA
what it is.
will honor Phoenix Mercury center Brittany Griner's with a floor decal.
Interesting.
It'd be nice if they could
Get her to come back.
get us. Well, it's not really WNBA that can probably figure that out. It'd probably be
I'm sure it is.
our government. If you don't know, the All-Star Center remains in Russia. It was detained in mid-February because of a vape cartridge that was apparently against the law because it had oil derived from cannabis. According to Associated Press, it can carry a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. A hearing has been apparently set, according to the AP, for May 19th.
It's ridiculous, and they haven't provided any evidence that they've of what they found. Of course, because it's Russia. So it's all political.
Your scores from yesterday: National Hockey League playoffs. It was Toronto, a 5-0 win over Tampa Bay. Sorry, quiet. Chris M.E.'s Los Angeles Kings, a 4-3 road victory against Edmonton. The other Western Conference higher seed, I always don't know the higher number. St. Louis, a 4-0 win at Minnesota. So road teams doing well in the Western Conference. The other Eastern Conference game, Carolina at home beat Boston 5-1. Today, it is your Calgary Flames at 7 o'clock against Dallas in Calgary.
Go Calgary, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
Good luck to the Sea of Red. Pittsburgh at New York, the Rangers. Washington at Florida, and Nashville against Colorado. The other games today. You know, I'll give you one more reason that you should like hockey playoffs. Is they play every other day as opposed to the NBA playoffs, which stretch it out a little bit more widely.
I hate the NBA playoffs. Because I feel like the playoffs are as long as the season is. Like, here, one game today, then 4 days off, then one game that day, and then 1.5 days off, and then 9 days of game. You're like, what? Is the season over yet? Like, what
the NBA playoffs already started. They're into like the second round, the beginning of the second round. But they will wind out about the same time that the NHL playoffs do. So yeah. Become a hockey fan. I don't
want to be a fanatic, because then scary mommy will come at me.
Yeah, do not like the Atlanta Braves, apparently. Your Baltimore Orioles lost to Minnesota 2-1. The Oakland Hays lost 6-1 to Tampa Bay. And the Toronto Honey Badgers, 3-2 loss to Austin Attack 12's New York Yankees. So a rough day for all these made-up Major League Baseball teams. So.
What do you mean made up?
Oh, sorry. The actual
Pretty
names
sure it's their
of all of
official
these.
names.
Yeah, that's true. Look at the jerseys there. It's Writer Review Day, National Teacher Day, Poem on Your Pillow Day, National Garden Meditation Day, National 2 Different Colored Shoes Day, World Asthma Day, National Paranormal Day, National Foster Care Day, National Textiles Day, National Montana Day, and National Chocolate Custard Day.
Ryan, don't forget the meditation break.
It's National Garden Meditation Day, but Theo's not here. Good morning to Copia and Dungeon Meowster KJ. Apparently some of you have noticed my hair. This is all courtesy of Sports.Gaming's Pomade. I put a little here on my natural dark hair, and it just kind of went from there. So thank you very much for noticing. I am the Dave Grohl of the internet. So
You're not the Dave Grohl of the internet. You're the hefty goof of the internet. Who's a much bigger deal than Dave Grohl could ever be. Ever.
I mean, here's all I'm happy about. Your hair's still on your head, so.
That's fair. Totally fair. I get
Yeah.
it. That's fine.
That was the biggest win. Copia goes, how did Salt Lake Hull City Tigers baseball hockey team do? Mike has that report.
They tied. They're unbeaten in nine games.
It was a 2-0 score. There were 2 home runs, and it was through 90 minutes of play. So
1 field goal. Yeah, just one.
And a partridge in a pear tree. All right, we'll come back with more Gaming Morning Show. It'll happen next hour. There is community games slated. I don't know what anyone wants to play. It'd probably be not Google Feud, because that That didn't go well yesterday. So
Thank you.
all right. If you have a request, let us know in the chat. We'll come back with more Mike Hefty. It is Gaming Morning Show on Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, gamingmorningshow.tv.
Took a chance in a trance, painted red, where's the romance? Took a chance, one glance, painted blue, ended on a rain dance. Now a bit stronger, not alone with a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this summer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find this anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find this anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah.
Wienerina, such an unusual dog, so spooky and long. Wienerina, with the wag of her tail, on wings she set sail through the night. She'd like to play with the other ones, but she's frightened of the sun. All she wants is a little love and a little bit of blood. Wienerina, at midnight digging up bones with her pet snake Ramon. Wienerina, her doghouse looks like a tomb. By the light of the moon, she sneaks out. She'd like to fetch a ball and play, but the children see her and they run away. Hear her barking in the night. All she wants is love and a little bite. Wienerina.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games, and GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay, and the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show, and it is the final hour. Thank you for being along with us on Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. We certainly do appreciate it. Look, it's Mike O and Hefty Goof this morning. Thank you again for helping us raise over $500 for the Trevor Project over the course of the last couple weeks. One of our incentives was if we reached that milestone, I could not wear a hat for the entire duration of this week's Gaming Morning Shows. Mike would not shave his head. Both of us have successfully accomplished that mission so far.
Mike, unmute your microphone. Mike, unmute your microphone.
I hate everything.
I love that
Your
hat.
hair looks great.
Thanks.
It's very nice. It's the Eugene Emerald.
Your
AKA a Bigfoot.
Sasquatch, which
See,
we learned
that-
earlier.
It was
Again.
Sasquatch.
Again, I'm gonna go back to this though. I feel like a Sasquatch is kind of like saying, like, the species. When you have like Bigfoot is like the regional, you know, because you have the Yeti, you've got the skunk ape, you've got the Missouri monster, who's kind of like a Sasquatch. So I think Sasquatch is kind of like saying like human, you know, and then there's the more regional ones. So it would be a Bigfoot.
What did we learn about their urination station?
They pee maple syrup. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
It's still so wrong.
Eat it.
I don't want it. I
Eat
don't
it.
want it.
Put it on a
Eat it.
pancake.
Eat it.
Ugh,
No one wants to be defeated.
I feel defeated.
Hello to the final hour crew.
The final hour crew is here. It is so good to see the FHC.
Hello, FHC.
I am JF Downs, Austin Attack 12, Dungeon Meowster KJ, Taldahar, it's Copia, all joining us. Quiet I Am Gaming is here as well. It's great to see everybody's name and faces, except it's just names in the chat. We certainly do appreciate it. We learned earlier about an ape who's addicted to the phones. We also learned about a small earthquake thanks to Garth Brooks but not Chris Evans.
Chris Gaines.
And coming up
We're
this
still going
hour,
with Chris Evans.
we'll tell you about a bear chasing down a couple and dog in front of a Florida home. That sounds awful.
Yeah, the video is really funny though.
Are they okay?
Oh yeah, everyone made it in fine. Yeah. Okay. No bears were hurt in the making of this scary thing.
A warm welcome for our final hour crew ambassador. Hey, it's Brendan _TTV.
It is good to see you today, Brendan. Thank you for being here as well. We have a whole bunch of days of the day, so many that we probably won't recap them all, but we are asking you, it's National Lumpy Rug Day. I don't actually own a lumpy rug. I don't mind lumpy rugs in a vacuum of lumpy rugs. Like, them by themselves are fine.
Oh,
when they
not
get
like a vacuum cleaner? Oh.
Well, that actually is part of the reason I don't like lumpy rugs, because I don't like them in a vacuum.
No, that's fair. Totally fair.
See what I did there?
They're very annoying.
There's nothing wrong with them just on the surface. Like, they're lumpy, I'll lay on them, whatever. But then when you try to vacuum them, they get all sucked up into the vacuum, or when you try to open a door, it's very annoying.
Yeah, the door one is what gets me, because like I said, my kids play with my dogs, and they'll throw the ball towards the front door, and the dogs are like running skid, and then it kind of bunches up by the door, and then if you happen to be outside and you're trying to come in the front door, you're like, ugh, because you can't open the door, and you're like, hello, and then of course the kids don't ever hear anything because they're deaf in their dad ears.
I'll send you another invite while we look at National Day calendar. Some people view the day as a day to appreciate a good clean rug and incorporate that into spring cleaning. Along with this view is the idea to enjoy the old lumpy rugs and the comfort they have brought to your home. The other view regarding this day is the way that we sometimes sweep unwelcome facts and issues, quote, under the rug. We often take bad news we want to ignore and tuck it away so we can avoid it. That's how we sweep them under the rug, in case you don't know what that meant, though it rarely does any good. However, there are ways to approach a lumpy rug to make it smooth. You can try the following. Depending on the material, heat helps loosen the threads. You can also steam or iron on natural fibers to help straighten out an unruly rug. Another heat approach is to lay your rug face down in the sun. Let the warmth smooth your rug flat again. Put your rug in reverse. If the lumps and bumps are from storing the rug rolled up, roll the opposite direction. Happy we could solve all the
sun,
world's problems today. Yeah.
Huh, go figure.
I honestly we don't have any rugs in this house. We have like mats more than anything, but like we don't have a big area rug or something.
No. At some point, we're going to replace our carpet with wood or laminate, and we'll probably have to get rugs at that point. But for now, I mean, yeah, we have carpet on the floor, but that doesn't get lumpy because it's carpet. And yeah, so I mean, lumpy rugs aren't really the thing. Like I said, it's mostly the mats that get bunched up by the door that are more obnoxious than anything else. But I mean, it is what it is, right?
Real talk. Do you dislike carpet?
Like on the floor?
Yeah, as like the floor covering of choice, because I don't love like hardwood throughout.
I do not like carpet.
Okay.
I would much rather have hardwood with an area rug.
Interesting. I like that. I'd have to have some sort of rug or something, because it seems like every single hardwood floor always has like bits on it or something. You know what I mean? Like I can never get them clean. Whereas I don't have that problem with carpet, but that's because all the crap is inside the carpet.
Yeah. True. But yeah. Whoa, those lasers.
Lasers.
Okay. But no, I would definitely prefer to have wood floors than what we have. And then at some point, like I said, we'll get the laminate flooring. But I think it's like, I think the quote we had is like $8,500 to have it installed and buy it. So
damn.
That's a couple dollars. And then also we really need to get our back deck replaced because it's like literally rotting out. The homeowners before us did a terrible job of taking care of it. So like the bottom step is broken in half. There's a spot if you step on the top, like it sinks and sags in. So yeah, there's more important things than the floor because our carpet's okay. It's not great, but could be worse.
You know what they say about a big deck.
Yeah, KJ's read my mind. Trust me, your carpet is filthy regardless how much you clean it. That's what I'm saying. It's like all the crap goes into the carpets. Like I don't walk onto like bits and stuff. I hate the feeling of like the stuff that you can't like sink into a hardwood floor that gets on your feet. But it's like
you
endlessly
could
never clean. That's what I'm saying.
You
Like
totally
every
sink
time
into a hardwood floor.
that'd be sick. Because like we have a
Sink it up my hardwood porch.
we have a robo vacuum cleaner that goes out, and even then, like it'll go out, and then I'll go back to the floor and be like, oh, yep, there's still crap on it.
Well, but that's because I mean, those things are like 70% efficient. I mean, they're meant to get chunks. They're not known for their like thorough ability. I don't know the word.
Yeah.
They're being so thorough, right? Like, as opposed to like when I vacuum, like I know I'm getting everything.
Well, I'm even talking like when you sweep the floor, you like sweep section A, and then you go and step on your freshly swept section A, and so for some reason something is there. Like I can.
Well, it's because there's so much dust and dirt in the air. I mean,
yeah,
you just can't see it when it's in the carpet, but it's
exactly.
There. It's always there.
Lay on that carpet with my face in it.
That's disgusting.
After my feet are all over it. And the buffet spoon.
Oh my gosh, I might actually vomit.
Yummy, yummy. Kopi goes, wood floors and no windows or doors. Perfect. Yes, wide open spaces. I basically want a tent with wood floors.
I had a friend in Oregon. His parents had this house where they had these giant, beautiful sliding doors. And every summer, since summers in Oregon are usually incredible, right? Where it's like not super, or I don't know about now, but it's like not super hot, not super humid. It's nice, right? And so they had these big sliding doors that they would open. And they would basically turn like their house into like an open air house, and it was the coolest thing ever. And then they would slide their bed was on rails, and it would slide out onto like their patio, and they would like sleep on the patio essentially for the summer. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Wow,
I'd be cool with no doors and windows. Ish.
Yeah, the option is great. Like I like those setups that have like the garage doors at the bar, where like the brewery where they open those up and you get the breeze coming in, but you're covered. I like that. Good morning to you, Earthling. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by this edition of Gaming Morning Show.
Hello, FHC.
Good luck with your work. Thank you for the hair compliment. I've been working hard with Sean's pomade, so just a little millimeter or so right on the fingertips. Touch the center of your scalp and you can have hair like me.
Just like him.
Copia said, this is where you need bungee exercise equipment attached to your ceiling so your feet don't touch the floor while you sweep.
That's fair. I mean, that'd
Like
be
you're
kind of
thinking,
neat, actually. Like Mission Impossible. You're just kind of dangling.
Do you know Mark Rober, the YouTuber? The
I do
person
not.
He does like the engineering videos. He makes the glitter bomb package things, and then
I've
the
seen him
squirrel
before,
maze.
Yeah, I've seen him. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that was one of the things that like they did was the last squirrel maze was part had like a Mission Impossible-esque section to it. And like they had to like push a button on the other side to get the ladder to drop. But they at one point had it so like the ladder came through and it looked like the Mission Impossible scene. It was hilarious, but with squirrels.
That's funny.
It was good.
People come up with some ridiculous things.
Kopi said I used to sell that to gyms for a company. Terrible stuff. The bungee things?
Or like the TRX stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
I would love to have a TRX set in my house, but it's just I don't know if I have somewhere that it would anchor well to be able to be used. Minus like in our basement we have like the little room in the corner that I could kind of use it, but then I'd have to like pull out our Christmas stuff every time I want to work out. A lot of work.
You know, the solution to that, just never take down your Christmas stuff.
The HOA threatened legal recourse if we didn't take down our Christmas stuff. Jerks.
Which is too bad because, man, it's a lot easier when you don't have to take it down.
It's so annoying. Like really? Is it that big of a deal, you twerds? What the hell?
All right, coming up, we'll have a story about bears chasing down a couple and a dog in front of a Florida home. It sounds a lot more drastic than apparently it really is. So
it sounds really bad, but it's not as bad.
We will have that. We'll also have the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, recap of the video game headlines of the day, so that is on the way as well. What do you want to play for today's community game?
You know what we don't want to play?
Google Feud.
Exactly. Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
I think the consensus would be the probably the don't let the balloon eat the man while falling from space and the hot dogs and the airplanes.
Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth.
Yeah, that one. Man, Bob's got me today. Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad Bob is kind of settled back in.
Maiko is a mighty fine, plain individual.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. Great.
The
Anything else,
itsy bitsy
Bob?
popcorn went into Maiko's mouth.
What?
The
When did
itsy
the pop-
bitsy popcorn went into Maiko's mouth.
All right, so question. Friday morning, I'm going to the 10 a.m. viewing of Doctor Strange. Sounds like a
Spoiler
funeral.
tease.
The 10 a.m. showing of Doctor Strange.
We are gathered here today.
Yeah. So I'm going to get the theater's right next to a Dunkin'. So I'm obviously going to get my coffee and bring that into the theater. And if they try to tell me no, I will fight them.
Get your Dunkin' coffee.
But do you get popcorn too? Like, would that be...
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah. Are you trying to say like the because you do hazelnut coffee, right?
Yeah.
So you're asking like, would the flavor of popcorn and coffee be a little bit too much?
Well, maybe. Like, or even just the time of it. Even if I didn't get the coffee, like 10 a.m. You know, would that be? Is that too early for popcorn?
It's time for Ask Jeff. It's time for Ask Jeff. Ask Jeff.
Sounds good. I like it.
Yeah.
Going to a 10 a.m. movie with your coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, is popcorn acceptable to also get? Would that be a good flavor combination?
Yeah. Popcorn and movies.
All right, there you go. There's your answer.
Okay, well, there you go. Thanks, Jeff. I really wish we had a camera in Jeff's house for when the phone rang and he saw your name on there at this point in the morning. Just to see, like, does he go, like, and then pick up the phone, or is he, like, really excited and he's like, oh, yes. You know, like...
I don't suspect that there's ever been a time where Jeff is terribly excited for my before 9 a.m. phone call. Ever.
Do you talk to Jeff, like, outside of those phone calls generally?
Oh, I've never met Jeff. Just kidding.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I talk to Jeff all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So it'd be funny if you literally never talk to him until you have a stupid question.
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Chris M.E.
Chris M.E. is here. Ryan's hair has never looked better. I agree with you. In fact, with the man bun that I got going on, I kind of even look more like the villain from Incredibles, just with different color of hair. So I think I could pull off, what was his name? Swindle, or... We looked this up yesterday.
Swindle? Oh, Syndrome. Yeah.
This is, by the way, our category for this edition of Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster Mouth is all about sports. It's been a sports-heavy show today.
It is. I love sports. I kind of want to do like a mini GMS sports, where it's like an 8-minute podcast segment where we just recap like random things. And it's like, did the Mets win? No. Did the Orioles win? Yum.
I'm very excited for the summer when Austin's here full time to have Austin sports monologues every day. It's becoming my favorite part of the show.
Shack Planet.
It's our hero. Oh, hi, Bobby. Hello.
Downs guessed front hand. That was not correct. Do we feel comfortable guessing hand? Chris M.E. with an E.
Yeah, go for it.
That was correct. Do not guess hand, because E is where the A would have been in hand.
The hand.
Copia guessed N.
Man, I'm so far behind. Okay, the E hit. No, it's not Cheesehead.
If you haven't been here, try low latency and see if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're dead.
Seriously?
Yeah, we tried head, and it was heat, as in Miami Heat.
Well, that was fun.
Beating the heat.
Why isn't it in low latency? That's so weird. Do you have to do that for every single stream?
I think it carries over, but I don't know that for sure.
That sucks.
Speaking of that, tomorrow, your Miami Heat will try to go 2-0 over the Philadelphia 76ers, who are yet to beat the Heat.
Beat the Heat. Beat the Heat.
Classic. All right, we'll try Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth tomorrow. Maybe.
Not to be confused with today.
Maybe it's a Words on Stream week with K-May Morning
Words on Stream.
Tomorrow, Colette Bennett will join us from The Street. Beating the Street. Senior reporter there. We're going to talk about the buying spree in video games, and that includes the Microsoft, Epic, Sony aspect. But then what's going on with Square Enix, and we'll also talk about Netflix as well.
I like squares.
I like
your
Enix.
favorite. What's your favorite shape?
Triangle.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
The triangle.
Your triangle.
There's like a Jim Beeline, who's the head coach of Michigan for a while. That was his offense. He ran like a triangle. No, that was the Knicks guy that sucked. Never mind.
That was the Bulls offense.
Well, yeah, but after that, in recently the Knicks tried to do it and it wasn't working, but they just kept doing it.
Yeah, the Knicks made the playoffs last year, so that happened.
Yeah, they fired that dude though, so that was fine.
Quiet goes, sorry y'all, I was in a meeting. Yeah, without K-Laugh and without K-Laugh Light, we did not perform very well in our Don't Let the Person
Where
Floating.
is Kyle?
I told you. I thought he checks in with you
Kyle!
when he can't make it.
No, he didn't check in with me today. He told me he told you he wasn't going to be here.
But he told you that he wasn't going to be here.
But he told you, I said, Kyle, where are you? He said, I told Ryan. And then he told you that I was, see? I had something like a mom versus dad thing.
Oh, good cop, bad cop type thing, yeah. Maybe he's taking a sickie.
A sickie?
Sickie. A sick day. in the UK.
I think Bob's back.
What just happened?
I think Bob's back.
What?
Bob's pretty
That was
on it
strange.
today.
Beady boop, beady boop.
Wow. Okay. Anything else, Bob?
Pineapple on pizza.
Okay.
Thank you, Canada.
I'm really confused, Bob. What? You know
Well,
what?
as far as I
We're
understand
good
it,
with
Papa Paws and Drew Mega told us that pineapple pizza was invented in Canada.
Do they even have pineapples in Canada?
That's why they had to
think they
figure it
do.
out.
Pineapple on pizza? What about black licorice on pizza? Time for
That's-
room
no.
temperature takes.
Mike,
It's like a sin.
how do you feel about pineapple black licorice pizza?
Hearty or not hearty?
I would burn the house down to get away from it. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my gosh, is Jeff here in chat?
Jeff?
Oh, a couple people keep yelling Jeff for some reason.
Why are you yelling Jeff?
Oh yeah, Jeff is here.
Jeff-
Justice
Jeff,
for
are you
me.
here? Oh yeah, there it is. Jeff. Mitt.
Happy Montana Day to you, Jeff.
Jeff, what's your favorite thing about Montana?
It's getting ridiculous.
Oh wait.
It's time for Ask Jeff. It's time for Ask Jeff. Ask Jeff.
Hey, what's? Oh god.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Montana?
My favorite thing about Montana? The mountains.
It's the mountains. There you go.
Specifically, which one?
No, gosh, not. I've used all my minutes. I'm out of nights and weekends. Although, since this is a sports-heavy show, Montana State had a linebacker drafted over the weekend, and I would suspect it's like the highest anyone from Montana has ever been drafted before, at least from the two schools. Jeff would probably know. So
Really?
Jeff, if you wanted to, yeah.
No,
Unless
I
it was
bet
back
somebody
in the
else.
day. It was like the 3rd round or something like that. That's incredibly high for someone from Montana.
Was it a punter?
That was a linebacker.
The punter of the defense.
The punter of the defense, the linebacker. Elements rescheduling clients to be part of our show, which we always appreciate. Yes, if you can,
Nice.
as much as possible, and we can sometimes write you a doctor's note for the effort. But yes, always try to reschedule people.
Yeah, this is a job interview, and that sucks. I can't buy pointless crap because I don't have a job. It's ridiculous.
Brendan's debating what's the weirdest thing that Bob's ever said. Is it pooping on the pizza rolls?
Probably. I'm gonna assume that's probably up there. Also, though, Ryan Leaf was picked too. Ryan Leaf went to Washington State.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I'm talking about someone from Montana or Montana State, like who played there.
The college Jeff.
Yeah.
Not from.
Yeah, you're definitely.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's the thing is we know Bob's back because Bob got some leave to get out of the box and go hang out with some folks in Los Angeles. And now that Bob's back in the box, yesterday Bob had a rough show, but today Bob's kind of settled back in. So.
Bob is back, and you're gonna be in trouble, Bob.
Hey now,
Bob,
hey now,
Bob,
Bob
is back. Oh gosh.
That was harmonious.
Wait, hold on. Like, you guys actually met Bob?
Yeah, Bob was with us.
What? Was there any pictures of this?
Yeah, Bob was with us. Trying to make sure you heard it. That's why Bob got out of the box. Bob had stuff to do.
Well, yeah. Bob gets out of the box a lot. I still think Hefty Wife lets him out sometimes.
I mean, only like required exercise. So.
Yard time. Oh god.
It's not prison. It's a very wonderful box. Bob has beautiful hardwood or marble tile floors or something. I don't know.
I'm pretty okay in here.
See? I mean, I probably have a worse house than Bob.
Take that, hefty wife.
All right, Jeff, though, we need the answer. We don't have a K-Laugh. Was that person, was it Corey Alexander or whatever?
Corey Alexander? Oh.
I think that's the player from Montana State. Jeff just said fine because we pooped on the pizza rolls with the Ryan Leaf comment. One of my favorite stories, though, was I met Ryan Leaf's brother because I saw Ryan Leaf's brother's license plate. And the thing about Montana is all the license plates have the county number on them, so they're all number dash and then like a unique identifier. So if you see a number 2 license plate, then they're all from Cascade County, which is where Great Falls, Montana is. And that's where Ryan and Brady, his younger brother, are from. And so I go, hey, see that you're from Great Falls. Yeah. And then we struck up a conversation because I'm from Montana, so we immediately know each other. And I go, oh, okay. No, I know who you are, because he mentioned his name was Brady Leaf. And I was like, how's your brother?
Yeah.
And he's like, he's fine. I got to go. And this was back when Ryan was having significant trouble. So,
yeah.
But apparently Brady was kind of sick of being asked about his brother. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you have a famous sibling, right?
Yeah.
However, I am very disappointed that his brother's name wasn't Maple. So.
That's
Maple
his
Leaf.
Canadian uncle.
Also, there have been 26 players from Montana State drafted into the NFL.
And was Troy Anderson the highest one?
I'm playing a game of Rocket League. I'll let you know in a sec.
Pick 58 was round 2. Wow. I didn't remember it was round 2. I thought it was a third-round pick. Damn. Chris goes, I'm sure the last thing he wanted to do was talk about his brother with a stranger. Yeah, he was not very interested in that. Although, I'm from Montana, so we're basically best friends. So, Element can confirm highest ever drafted player from. Is it from Montana or Montana State, or just from Montana State?
I just googled Montana State. I didn't look at Montana yet.
I was asking Element. Element said highest one ever.
Oh, gotcha.
Today, playing the role of K-Laugh and K-Laugh Light, the Element of One.
Well, he's Sports Laugh. Sports Laugh game. Third pick from the Green Bay Packers in 294 is Joey Thomas. The Bills in 1979 picked John Borchardt from Montana State. William Wallace. Wow, that was something.
Wait,
so William Wallace went
from
to Montana.
Wasn't William Wallace the Braveheart guy?
No, he played for Montana.
I'm William
Round
Wallace.
1, pick 23. Interesting.
No, I'm William Wallace.
Jace Lewis from Connor Lesbach.
Wait.
Let's see.
So William Wallace Collar went to Denver? William Wallace Collar was part of your Denver Broncos?
There's been like a whole load of players from Montana. There's like 50 some odd that have played in the NFL. Not all of them were drafted, though, obviously.
Well, I'd be curious, like, when was William Wallace or whoever this round 1 person? Because, I mean, in the olden times, like, I would, definitely suspect that, like, Montana State players were more drafted, especially when the draft was 87 rounds, right?
15-24.
I'd be curious if, like, in recent, maybe since it went to 7 rounds, if that's the highest ever draft pick from Montana State.
Maybe.
Be curious. Hey, it's 8:41.
No.
It's 11:41 on the East Coast.
And
It's 4:41. For those watching, GMS in the afternoon. William Wallace was Braveheart, says Downs, and died August 23rd, 1305. I still don't know how he got drafted by the Packers then.
Ceremonial.
Oh, like a ceremonial PhD or something.
Yeah. Like, let's do it here.
Tal says, according to Tom Stuber of Skyline Sports, Anderson's selection at 58th overall is the highest for a player from Montana to play college football in an in-state school in the common draft era. UM's Milt Popovich of Butte, Montana does have a nice butte, was chosen 15th by the Chicago Cardinals in 1938.
There were 2 players drafted from Montana State this year. Yeah.
Well, national
linebacker
runners
Troy
up.
Anderson was drafted by the Falcons, and then Daniel Hardy was drafted by the LA Rams. Round 7, pick 235.
All right. Ceremonial
Hardy
draft.
or not Hardy?
Let's see what Michael's tracking at this hour.
Sometimes things get scary. You know what those things are? Black bears. They're scary. They're not actually that scary. Black bears mostly will they just want trash. However, according to Wade Sheridan from UPI, a black bear was in hot pursuit of Jason and Rachel Smith of Apoka, Florida, when they stepped outside their home with their small dog. The couple's Ring doorbell camera captured the frantic moment as the bear started chasing them down around 9:30 a.m. Recently, Jason and Rachel Smith quickly ran back inside with their small dog, able to escape the bear just in time. In footage posted by WKMJ News 6 in Orlando. No warning, no time to react. It just immediately started running towards us. Jason Smith told Fox 35 Orlando, "I threw up my arms in the air and yelling at the top of my lungs. And I stepped in." I'm trying to make myself big and scary, and he's not stopping. He continued. The bear, who was going through a neighbor's trash beforehand, disappeared shortly after the couple made it back inside their home. The bear then returned later for a second look before leaving. Families contacted the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission to report the incident, but don't want anything to happen to the bear. Recently, wildlife officials in New York reported a black bear who was caught on camera walking up to a home and opening the storm door. That's crazy. There is video of this, and it's actually kind of funny because it's like the bear's like running, and then suddenly he's like, "Oh gosh," and like backed away. Like, "Oh, what am I doing?"
So everyone was fine, right? That's also helping for the funny element.
Everyone's good.
But what do you think they said to themselves after the incident?
I can't really think of
What's going on?
Oh yeah, they did that. And they said, "Run, run, run, run." Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was going to be like a jump or who let the bears out kind of a thing, but it wasn't.
Brendan, if I encounter a bear, I will simply say, "Hey, yeah." Just don't ask the bear about Ryan Leaf.
Oh. Who let the bears out? Who?
That was a great
That's rude.
reference,
That guy
Mike.
blew me up. I know.
That made me so happy. Tal says, "Now put your hands in the air and wave them like you've seen a bear." Have you ever seen a bear? Like outside of the zoo?
Oh yeah, many times. I've spent a lot of time in the forest. And not only that, in New Jersey at the camp I worked at, we had a black bear problem where they would constantly come and raid the dumpster, to the point where we had a bear horn, which was just an air horn. So if you were at the dining hall at the end of the day, we had to go out with the air horn, and you'd blow the air horn and you'd wait a few minutes to see if the bear pops out of the dumpster. And so that happened quite a bit. Or every morning, there was, 4 out of 7 days, there'd be a bear in the dumpster just chilling. And they were fine. They never did anything bad. They would just leave. But one morning I had a really great conversation with one of them because he just wouldn't get out. I was like, I need to throw this away, and the bear's just like sitting there staring at me. I was like, excuse me. So I had like a 10-minute conversation with the bear, and then our kitchen director came and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "The bear won't get out of the dumpster." So she just walked up to the dumpster, started smacking the side of it. The thing got out and took off, and I was like, "You're insane, Shelly."
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Chris and Quiet, we're wondering if you ever use the bear horn.
Oh yeah, often.
The bear horn?
I mean,
It's an air horn for bears.
For bears, yeah.
That's great.
That was our favorite thing.
If I ever encounter a bear and want it to go away, I'll simply ask about its more famous brother. That's a great tactic. Yeah.
Oh. Wah, wah.
How's Yogi doing?
Yogi? Hey, boo boo.
The most famous of bears.
There's a Jellystone Park. That's a campground, I think.
Yeah, I learned this was a couple of months ago, might have been half a year ago. Yeah, there's like a chain of Jellystone campgrounds.
Yep. They're nice.
Do you get complimentary picnic baskets?
Dude, if they don't give out like complimentary peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they're missing it right there. Because wasn't that his favorite thing, was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
See, I only remember the picnic basket. I was not a Yogi expert though, so.
Hey, boo boo. How about a picnic basket? My Yogi.
Yeah, that always reminds me of the Green Jelly song, because Green Jelly did the heavy metal version of the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see, and then they had like a Yogi line in the middle of it.
Yeah. Nah, but bear. I mean, I grew up. It wasn't unusual. And then when I worked in upstate New York, the morons who ran our older kids group, they would put out hot dogs and stuff, try and bait the bears onto their porch.
Oh no!
Because they wanted to see one up close. And I hated that because we ended up having to get the shotgun. We didn't kill him, but I've shot a bear with a rubber bullet before. Because I mean, if they're there, like, it's not safe, right? So we try to scare them away. We'll use pots and pans and stuff to get them away first. But if they just won't leave, the next thing is the rubber bullet. So.
On what part of their butt? Like, do you try to shoot them in the arse, or?
In the butt, yeah. The butt's the goal because that usually encourages them to get moving.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's either that. If that doesn't work, the next step, unfortunately, is we call DNR, and then DNR would usually come out and have to tranquilize them or, end them, basically, if that was the case. So.
Gotcha. Paddington, like marmalade?
Lady Marmalade?
Brenda goes,
Real
we have definitely
Lady
discussed
Paddington Bear.
the Jellystone chain on GMS. Yeah, I do remember that too.
Yeah.
KJ said we had a bear that liked to hang out at the dumpster back at boarding school many moons ago.
Yeah.
Did you use
one
the
of the
bear
funniest
horn?
things? One of the funniest things is we had so my house, we had a lot of international staff at camp, and my house always became like kind of the when on weekends when we weren't at camp, that we'd a lot of times the kids would come back to my house and we'd all crash. My parents would do like a barbecue and it would be great. And I remember one year we were all chilling and someone's like, "Oh my gosh!" And they like ran outside and there was like a bear walking down the driveway. And then these two Australians were like, "Oh man!" So they both just took off outside, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And they were like, "We want to touch the bear." Like, no, crazy Australians. Steve Irwin. But yeah, so that always made me laugh because they were so like, "Oh my gosh, it's a black." I've never been this close, and you're like, "Well, they're here all the time." We actually had to have a special bear garbage can when I lived in Pennsylvania that was bear proof. so the bears wouldn't just eat your garbage.
It's now 8:51 West Coast time. Thank you for being here. 11:51 out east. It is 4:51 for those watching GMS in the UK. Restarting your car engine.
Yep, sure. It was a cold morning.
We appreciate everyone who helped us raise over $500 for the Trevor Project very, very much. It was fantastic. Thank you for being here. No bear horn, but one time a classmate of mine did throw a pot at it to make it go away.
I'm sorry, what?
Use the pot,
pot?
bear pot. Yeah.
Well, usually clang them together. You don't have to throw it at it.
Teammate was last thing stopping the opposing team from scoring. Ryan slams them to clear them out. Element says, "Hi, Downs. How are you?" Downs goes, "I would touch a bear." We got to get Downs a bear.
Downs is a bear.
Let's get the news. Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews. Here's Vice video game expert Michael.
Oh, hey, you guys like video games? Well, me too. So let's talk about some renews. First and foremost, the easiest game ever created was a game called Elden Ring. Did you know that? Very, very easy. Everyone can beat it. And according to Wesley LeBlanc from Game Informer, someone took a Fisher-Price baby controller and modded it to play Elden Ring on PC. That's correct. If you have children or friends, there's a good chance you've seen the Laugh and Learn game and learn controller. Between memes, jokes, and more, the controller has gained a touch of infamy online, and now one Elden Ring player has modded it to be playable on PC. Going even further, they've played Elden Ring using it. Controller modder Rudism posted a clip yesterday of him and using his modded controller to play Elden Ring, and while that alone is impressive, what makes it even better is that it still lights up and makes all the silly sound. So feel free to take a look at the video. It'll be posted on Twitter. It's really, really funny. Really funny because it makes all the noises that it made before. But they use it for Elden Ring, which I hate because I got stuck in a chest for 2 hours in Elden Ring, and this guy is using a kid's controller. In our latest Not an Arms Race Watch 2022, Wesley LeBlanc also tells us that Sony is hiring corporate development directors to find growth opportunities through acquisitions. We had a discussion about whether or not this was to get taller, but we think it might not be. Because as 2022 continues to be the year of acquisitions, not an arms race, with the news that Square Enix is selling Embracer Group 3 of its Western development studios, Sony is still looking to bolster its first-party family. That's right. They're hiring a corporate development director responsible for identifying inorganic growth opportunities through acquisitions and more. As discovered by Robert Serrano on Twitter, it's not surprising that Sony's looking to hire somebody like this, especially when you look at the current video game landscape. It seems like every other week, some studio is buying another studio. But remember, folks, it is not an arms race. It's simply an attempt to grow taller. Finally, from Ryan Dinsdale at IGN, he tells us in the surprising news, FIFA is finally start testing cross-platform play. In news to everybody, cross-platform play is finally arriving in FIFA in the near future for players on Xbox Series SX, PlayStation 5, and Google Stadia. The feature, which allows players to play together online regardless of platform, will only be introduced in a testing stage. However, will only be available for online seasons and online friendlies. They haven't said when the test is going to begin or how long it's going to be, but it's going to happen one of these days. Maybe they'll tell us, maybe they won't. However, it's kind of weird that they never had it before, but who knows? Also, if you like playing the video games, yesterday Tuk Tuk Extreme came out, but that means today there's some more stuff out. Like Katana on the X-Bone, Liberated Enhanced Edition. Also on the X-Bone, Neptunia and Senran Kagura Ninja Wars on the Switch, the Iron Oath PC, and our weekly Mac release. Warstride Challenge is available on the personal computing system, And in the most prestigious segment within the things where there's, mornings within the names and they say the names are all really good. So the name of the morning is Winter Ember, available on the old thing. PS4, Xbone, and the personal computing device.
It's supposed to apparently go Winter Ember. And that's why it won.
That was better. That was really good.
Thanks. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay, chat? What is something you learned from the show today? Billy Thundergun Award goes to Jeff.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Not only one,
showed up,
but 2 Ask Jeff segments and in the hour final hour crew. So there you go. Consensus: Mike will watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse or whatever on Friday with Dunkin' coffee and popcorn.
I'll go to the viewing.
Rest in peace, Doctor Strange. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day. Salty.
None? Wow. I mean, I know they didn't have nuggies, but battered chicken alternatives is a shock they don't have any of.
Why was there a run on chicken products today?
Supply chain?
Could be.
Blockchain?
I think there is a chicken shortage because the chickens are everywhere. There was just some news. The owner of the Jazz, or one of the teams, owns a chicken company, and they had to put 5 million chickens down because they had the bird flu, and they didn't want it to spread and be a huge issue. So maybe that's the problem. Thanks, chicken Utah guy. Thanks, chickens. You should have been wearing your masks.
Masks over their beaks.
Little beaks.
Beak protectors.
All I think of is Hey from Moana wearing a mask.
I don't know if they were running out of them or not, but go get some more beak protectors for the damn chickens.
Just wear your masks, chickens. Everything would be fine.
Talco's Bach chain.
Bravo, Tal.
Nice. All right, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay, chat? Something you learned from today's show, and then we'll send you over to the Crane couple. A YouTube couple that loves gaming and IRL backpack streaming on Twitch. A unique triple PC setup gives you an experience you can't get anywhere else. Love variety games, especially anything cooperative. Doing a subathon today. Uncapped Subathon continues, so please say good morning from GMS. Look, it's Mike O. What is your takeaway that was pretty okay?
The Frankie Valli one really got me, but my real takeaway is that FIFA didn't have crossplay. That really shocked me, actually.
Yeah. My takeaway that was pretty okay, I learned there was a chicken shortage. Also, the top of the controller are known as the shoulder buttons. The shoulder buttons.
Shoulders connected to the trigger.
The bumper. My takeaway of the day, Frankie Valli is still around, and I'm not the only one who didn't know that. Chris's takeaway is that Mike is going to awake.
Sorry. Today we're here to memorialize Doctor Strange.
Didn't expect it to end that way.
Spoiler tease! You know, Socrates' brother. Kind of a jerk.
Tracer's here with the FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Thank you for noticing my hair. It's about to fall off the back of my head. I also learned today that a man bun is incredibly heavy. That thing started up right
moved.
about there.
Yep, it's moved quite a bit.
It's gonna fall off. A lot of little pomade goes a long way too. Sports Gaming's hair is just magic. So
ridiculous.
All right, we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Please say good morning from GMS. Colette Bennett joins us from the street as well, 7:25 a.m. tomorrow. For Sean, for Austin, for Mike, I'm Hefty Goof. Have a great day.